All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Betway Mallam Go podcast live. And tonight, why is Quentin lying down like that?
Why we, oh,
Ghana Black Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special live. We're all back from the stadium. And guess what, guys? I have brought you a special guest. Original member, founding member of Mallam Go, Collins Atapoku. Guys, we've been meeting together.
Hey, pioneer.
For the longest time.
Welcome, man.
Akwaba, check and show Spectrum.
Why we?
Oh, that's
Damn, man. Damn.
the why there 1,000. Listen, guys, we're live, man. We're doing a special. We're live. Okay, Mallam Go is live. Let me see. Get the comments coming, guys. Share. Oh, whoa! Look at the comments, man. First here, lots of people. Derek up here. Amakwakwa, Jonas Queen, Nanaya, Francis.
Derek
Chris,
says, finally, Atta don't come. Finally, Atta don't come.
Finally, the party go down. Charlie, Atta, where have you been, man?
I've been around, though.
We started this podcast from Twitter Spaces.
Can you imagine? We've really come far.
We've come far. We've done it for more than a year.
Yeah.
We started off Twitter.
To see that it's grown to this level,
Oh,
and
Charlie.
then you've moved on like that,
Oh,
especially
Charlie.
with comments from our viewers and listeners.
Oh,
It's been that good.
brother.
The only bad nut in this thing is the black sheep.
Baba Black Sheep, have you heard the Yes, master, 3 bars full. One for the master, one for the day, one for the little boy who lays down the leaf. Black
Black sheep.
Hey, Ghana Black Stars. Collins, where have you been, by the way?
I've been.
Uchiu.
I mean,
You go there, America, like 1 billion years. Hey,
a whole
the
sense.
guy he chair for the America there.
Wow. No,
He
but
chair. You see, the thing is that America, no, we are all visitors. So when you visit, when you're wanting, they can't finish. Then you run. You gotta. You gotta come quick. You gotta come back quick. But this guy was there month upon months.
but you guys were doing some show in the US.
Yes.
It
It
was-
was so spontaneous.
I see.
So spontaneous. Like, it was.
Wait, PK is there too.
Yeah, he's there.
I've seen PK on the
Yeah,
show.
PK is there. It was engineered by Stephen Odro.
Right.
So one Saturday, he sent a message across that they are playing a game. So he said, we are around, we can come and see the game. We got there, and it was indeed a game. Sadiq Adams,
Ooh.
formerly of Asante Kotoko,
Yeah.
is there.
Yes.
Player.
Aziz Ansar plays. Samad Opon plays.
Oh,
Stephen
wow.
Odro plays.
No, that's a proper game.
Actually, right? and then one of these Saturdays, we got there, and the general himself, even though he didn't play, Ivan Oloseko.
Oh.
So it's a
wow.
whole, I mean, it's a big thing.
No, man, they have a whole
Wow.
community there.
Yeah, they do.
Then it means that Collins, they're Kotoko friendly, you know. They can find players.
No,
there.
Hey, but they can, yes.
but for the Wyree gang, but for the Wyree gang, I would have gone into that and explained that, look, they are missing a big opportunity. They are really missing a big opportunity here. Especially if you look at the players they have there
Yes.
in 2 groups. Kotoko should have just looked at this from a different perspective and speak to people like Jonathan Mensah and co.
Right.
They could have actually organized some of these players and make it, because people are yearning to see them there.
Yeah, that's true. They have more popularity.
And they are missing out a big opportunity. Like, you go there, get these ex-players to get ready. Samad Opon is still in shape.
Yeah.
A lot of them are in shape.
Well, that's what happens when you have a club that is being run by 3 people. One is busy coaching
I understand
against
you.
Ghana. One is coaching the Kotoko team and one is a Chiefs. It's difficult.
With other things to do.
Yeah,
But
with other things to do, so.
I mean, in subsequent editions, we'll get into that. Because Mediama has not been the same since that trip. There's a reason for that. Wow. They got an international partnership in Canada.
If you taste USA, you can't feel comfortable in Ghana.
A lot happens. A lot happens.
So the boys
You are very foolish boy.
They should have been. I don't know the
mental torture.
I don't know the circumstances behind it, but look, they should have looked at the other options around it. I mean, they have a lot of their ex-players there.
Yeah. Charlie, Slave, I think Aji is in. He's calling me. Go and open the gate for him. He locked up the place.
Charlie,
I'm even shocked.
people say they didn't see me.
Oh, how?
Because I'm wearing the black.
Yes, true. Switch with Sicho. Switch with Sicho.
Come tap the white thing back.
Yes, switch with Sicho. Because the way they do there, we know they see anything. Me, pa, no check will be true.
No, I thought I was light skin. I thought I was light skin.
It's better.
I thought I was light skin.
He will tell you a bright me.
This
This one will be better. You better.
the white go.
People are asking that where is coach? Coach say he's on his way. So we'll see whether he makes it here before we finish. The thing too, we are doing live.
He's
So
actually
please,
the first person to write
yes,
something on the page.
he's not. We are not the reason he's late. He wants to come and chook. The Inama too is coming. So today is a full house. Inna.
Charlie, I posted this conversation they have on CBS Champions League show.
Yes.
And then the kids now Scott. They're asking him the best goal that he's seen. Charlie.
He just passed here.
This guy,
My guy, talk him quick.
Roberto Carlos' free kick, the one that Charlie, Carragasta. It was like a Brazil.
When they do black and white,
Everybody they wonders what they have.
Nah, Charlie go be. But guys, Inna man has arrived. Where is he? I should trust him.
Mic him. Disappointed interviewer.
Oh God.
Mic him.
Oh God.
Double disappointment. Back and front.
Oh, Charlie. Guys, we need to come home.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's come on.
George, the best way people, why have they taken us off the screen and something is playing? We are back. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Listen, we have a lot to do. Okay, we have a lot to go through. Today, Black Stars.
What else?
0-0 draw against Sudan. I was doing commentary. See, I've almost lost my voice with cramping. The match ended 0-0. It means that right now, after 3 rounds of matches in the Afcon qualifiers, Ghana has 2 points. Sudan, they have 4 points. And Angola, who play Niger tomorrow, they have 6 points. What it means is that Angola, if they win the 2 games against Niger, they have qualified with 12 points. It doesn't matter whether they will finish top or they will finish second, they have qualified. If they win those 2 matches against Niger and they go on 12 points, they will go to the Afcon. And now that last place will be left to fight for between Ghana and Sudan. As things stand, Sudan already have a 3-point lead on Ghana. Sudan have to play Niger. Ghana have to play Niger. Sudan have to play Angola. Ghana have to play Angola. And then the third game is the 2 of them have to play each other. Nah!
They don't teach you say the cross camera.
I shock.
How do you just walk?
I shock.
I knew the montage was on.
You knew?
I knew.
You knew?
Yeah.
The time they put the
wasn't
montage
on
on for
you
you,
cross the
you know,
camera.
now you just can't cross.
was
You
on.
don't need to cross. No.
It was because Slim gave the instruction. The producer said yes, the montage is on.
Hey.
Slim said make a
It wasn't on. The producer and he lose track.
Then the producer no be me.
It wasn't on.
Now I should come sit down. Now they'll put montage on. Nah. Charlie.
Yes, we're saying.
Yeah. So I was saying that as things stand now, the one match between Ghana and Sudan is the critical game on Monday. In that match, if Ghana win, they have a chance of qualifying because then it means that they can just win the other 2 matches and they'll qualify. if they lose, they are out. Like if they lose to Sudan on Monday, they are out. If they even draw against Sudan, the only other way they can qualify will be if Niger and Angola both beat Sudan. So it's out of Ghana's hands. At the moment, it's still technically not in their hands. If every team remaining wins their matches, Ghana won't qualify. So it's out of our hands. For the first time in 20 years, we are staring at not making the Afcon. In arguably the year or the period where we seem to have some of the top players playing in some of the top leagues in the world. So we have a lot to go through tonight. How have we arrived here? Had it been coming? Is this an event? Or ultimately, is this a coaching issue, a management issue, a talent application issue? Is it spiritual? Because that is even a question people have brought up. And I've brought a spiritual man to take us through the spirit.
Yes.
So we will review the game itself and then we will look at the bigger issues. So, guys, on the game itself, I don't know where to start. But let me start with Collins because Ona. I don't have a question to ask you, man.
Friend, that we've even managed to have a smile in itself, it's some positivity.
Because we are going to spend Christmas at home
and
watching the Afcon on TV.
You asked the question and they couldn't answer.
Yes, Quentin, what did I say in commentary? I said they had a choice to make. And the choice was between spending Christmas at home with their families or spending it in Morocco. And I think the players have made the choice for themselves.
But it's a better choice.
You like holidays?
It's a better choice. Why do you want to spend Christmas in Morocco when you can spend it with family?
Sure.
Do you know what's in Morocco?
Is that what made it too obvious for them?
Bro,
Is it
nothing in
is
Morocco.
it better than
That's
family?
better than family.
I
So
prefer,
you don't
I
marry.
prefer,
you don't know. Who says you can't be with family in Morocco?
No, what? So like they are going to be
So
with
what
them
you
while
have
they are
is-
playing?
Okay.
Oh, come on, man.
They'll be working. They will not have
They'll
time
be
for
working.
family.
That's not bad. I genuinely would love to see the lights of Spain from Tangier again when you are sitting by the Mediterranean Sea. And I would love to see that. It's something I've Exactly.
Colino.
Yes. You be at Tangier and then you see the
Some
lights.
middle class things he's
Yes,
talking about.
You get it. You are there because it's feeling, a good feeling.
Feeling, yeah.
So, but you see, I like the game the Black Stars played today. That you could see that they were very creative today. And they did not attack Sudan just through the middle as we've come to see with them in recent times. They used the width so well, but the supply wasn't as decent as you would want from Alidu and then Gideon. It's inexplicable the chances we missed today. You can't explain them. The one that rattled the crossbar, the double miss by Kudus and Iñaki, quite a number. So there is positivity in the approach, play, and build-up. All these things would be undone by results. Results is such a big thing in football. And once we didn't get the results, ultimately, people are going to say a whole lot of stuff about the team and all that. But it takes us back to one underlying concern, which is application and the mental fortitude to apply. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that extra before the ordinary and extraordinary. And that's what sets the very good ones from the average ones. Now, let's go back. We've played these Afcon qualifiers since time immemorial.
Yes.
Ghana, Lesotho. That was an Afcon qualifier. Juan Jordan Ayew announced himself. You see, our players didn't need to put up with the added pressure. Now they have to put up with the other pressure, and you could see it. They were burdened on the pitch. They couldn't apply things as freely as they would have liked. And the slightest thing, you could see heads dropping, body language dropping off. And then where is the psychological aspect, that extra? So it pushes me to ask Sicho or Daniel Quarantine, do we have a recognized psychologist with the team?
No.
But you know the answer. You are asking.
You want Ghanaians to say we are the ones.
So we are the ones who said it. You know the answer. You are asking.
Giving them one. You usually work with them. Have you given them one?
Danny K is
He
friends.
doesn't want to be the one to carry the.
No, but what is Binte's role?
Danny K
Beyond being technical
Danny
director.
K is friends with the psychologist of the team.
Oh, you see.
Because every time there is a problem with the
but
team, then the psychologist will call Danny K.
But listen, everybody here is the reason the Black Stars is failing.
What do you mean?
Everybody here has
But
a friend.
you fool. Why?
Everybody here
Me, I
has
don't
a
get
friend.
I know who's my who.
Catino.
I mean, to my friends, my brother. So let's talk about. I don't have a friend. I have brothers.
But you fool.
Everybody here.
Charlie is a will.
So to see the
When I
chances
left, when I left Chrissy's hotel,
what is Quizzi's hotel?
Exactly. You just say it like everybody listening.
Have you
know.
been to his hotel?
You mean
The relationship they have means he can call him Chris.
Yeah, I like. Yeah.
Bro. Like the way you call this thing Haaland Erling. Because your boyfriend the big is here.
I assume everyone.
No. This is
I assume everyone will know who I was talking about.
everyone watching?
Your body, man, your body.
Everyone here.
But you are not.
About
talking
we
everyone
the
here
show.
alone.
Okay.
That's a
Fantastic.
You are coming
Party
from
level.
you are coming from seeing Kwesi Appiah,
Yeah.
the Sudan coach
Yeah,
who
this-
masterminded the draw, whose
You are friends
assistant
with the enemy.
masterminded the
You are
draw.
friends with the enemy.
Traitor.
You were selling Ghanaian secrets.
What happened at
There were
Kwesi
two
Appiah's
classes of
hotel?
people.
Okay.
His Kumasi folks who were proud of him, who came there and fraternizing. And then,
But they gave me feel like you play for Kumasi and I will lose.
oh yeah,
Back to
I
back.
agree with you.
like, look from.
I agree with you.
No,
I agree with
see,
you.
The level of comfort I saw yesterday and today. This was a home match for Sudan.
Yeah.
From the cooks, from everyone who was attending to the Sudanese national team. And
You felt
they
at
made,
home.
they made a deliberate effort, the embassy here, to ensure that the team felt at home.
Sudan, they've got an embassy in Ghana.
Yeah, Kwesi Appiah's.
Wait, having Ghanaians on the bench was enough.
No, Kwesi Appiah's based from Kumasi, and yesterday they were at the hotel. Before that, to ensure that Kwesi felt at home. The other, so there are 3 Ghanaians on the backroom staff.
Eric,
I forgot Eric, Iglesias, all of them. So you have your Tapa people who bond with Eric because of his days at Mediama. You have the Kumasi Bono Alliance for Kwesi Appiah, and all of them were there.
And you've got people like me because of Ignatius.
Challenge.
Ignatius is a brother like.
You see the point you are building up here. Someone just left a not someone. Cove Town Beef says.
Oh, executive come down.
The Cove Town Beef says. I think that's the point you are building up to. That I don't think Kwesi Appiah wanted to beat Ghana. You can tell he came in with a plan to draw at best. I think if he wanted to beat Ghana, he would have beaten Ghana.
Bro, today, I don't know if it was deliberate, but the hotel staff set up some nice jazz for the Moroccan team, and they were playing some wonderful
Sudanese team.
The Sudanese team,
Sudanese
sorry,
team, yeah.
for them. And you see, it wasn't even just the players. Some of them were the backroom staff, the media team and staff who were there. They had just met the consul head, and I'm told they are going to have a dinner with them later tonight. But everything since yesterday, everything they've done has been with a touch of this is our home. There's been a level of comfort and familiarity in terms of the food, in terms of the people who are serving them,
In terms of the juju.
I like
the
that.
goodwill.
I like that.
And you see, even for the spiritual aspect, because they are our Muslim brothers. The fact that you don't believe in these things doesn't mean that they will dismiss it, right? They have their culture. And if it says that they wanted to engage in certain acts, they will not lose their way. There are people who help them find their way.
But that accounts for why we missed those glaring chances then. Look.
So look,
Yeah, because it just occurred to me, Tyru, like a Muslim nation,
Spirit,
a Catholic, another Christian, like staunch Christian,
anyone
and then a Buddhist. Like they have it all.
if anyone said these people were
everything.
they came prepared and provisioned, they would be right. Because this was a home game for them.
Somebody told me that how can you go to BA to work a BA man.
No, but that's what it happened. Let's
Hey,
say
in some
So when I was coming to Ghana,
went to BA to work
it
BA
happened.
man.
It happened.
So when I-
Hold on. Colin
It
said
happened.
it happened.
It did.
when they work BA, they go in BA.
Oh,
What
no,
do you mean?
it
You're
did
telling me that
happen.
it's true.
We
That
have this,
people went to BA.
no, but we have this WhatsApp group that has been created by the regime that has got friends of the regime.
Mame
They
Fela.
contribute money for our national assignment, and then they'll go and pray for luck for the team.
Okay.
One of the members is living on the road. He has a Division 1 club on that road. If you know the Division 1 club on that road, you know who I'm referring to. They send him to go and do this. He goes and then he submits it to the very place where this guy comes from. I think many people didn't know that aspect until you started saying it off air for us. But that guy is from the BA area. And his home is actually where the deity that they visited is from. If you submit his name to him, I mean, they will get to know him. You don't go to Nkranza to look for Adi Nkranza, man.
Wait.
If
What Collins is telling you guys is that there is a rumor going around that the Ghana people, you see, the Sudan coaches are Ghanaians. Head coach, assistant coach Ignatius, Osefosu, all Ghanaians. They say, and you see, during the match, when Apia was sitting there, he wasn't coaching. He was just there. Like Koftan Babe said, maybe he cried, he didn't want to beat Ghana, so he was relaxed. The one that he left the job for, no, Ignatius, settings man.
Proper settings, man.
They say there's a rumor, and that is what Collins is authenticating. So me, I'm telling you so that you understand the full context. They said some people at the Ghana football there were going to work.
Pray for luck.
Hey,
Yeah.
what you should phrase?
Yeah.
We're going to.
He said it. You are the one using word. You are a very dishonest man.
They were going to pray for luck for the team. And they went to pray for the luck in the house of Ignatius Osefosu. And then the people were praying for them, Ignatius Osefosu's family members. So they turned the prayer. And the thing did not work. Now with this.
Charlie. Look, they never felt at any point that this was a game beyond them.
No, but,
Last night,
yeah.
Shocking.
from the guys who were carrying their stuff to the players. So they ended their technical meeting before the game last night around 9:30. So when I went there, I had
That's
to
a
wait.
man with detail. Wow.
I had to wait in the lobby for the whole session to finish.
You didn't sleep there.
No, I didn't. Come on. When the guys, you see,
we've all been around teams before.
No,
When players
no,
are
yeah,
telling before
no,
the game. You were literally sleeping in the day I used room in Qatar, please. Don't provoke me to, please.
Like, and the guy don't say, I've not been around it. I start to say,
When an occasion gets to players, you see the way the Uruguay
game.
Yeah.
Everyone
around the hotel could
tell
tell. Immediately Baba Rahman came onto the pitch.
pitch.
Everyone inside
The
the
stadium
stadium
could tell that no,
This
this mood is not good. When the fans started, everyone could tell that this mood is not for him. So when things get to players, you can easily tell. The mood I saw last night was a team that was very confident that look, we know we are going to get a result here.
And you see, and to be fair, the confidence of Sudan was rooted in something. And it's rooted in a certain consistency this team has shown since Kwesi Appiah took over. So it's not just about the fact that Kwesi Appiah was Ghanaian and they were comfortable because they were in his country. Even outside of Ghana, this team has shown remarkable consistency. Since Kwesi, in the 7 games he's played since he took over, they've kept 3 clean sheets in the last 6 matches. They've lost 2 games, and both 2 games they've lost are actually friendlies. They've not lost until
Angola. So they have lost one friendly game. They have lost only one friendly game.
Yes.
And then the Angola one.
Thank you.
A very unfortunate defeat.
Very unfortunate.
Anyone who saw the game knew it would have been a controversial.
That's a penalty. There was nothing controversial.
There is that.
If you extend it to the last 16 matches, they've kept 8 clean sheets.
That's incredible.
That is crazy. And you
So
see,
friend, that takes me to this point. That you see, when we speak as if we have the right to beat Sudan, to beat Niger, it is misplaced.
and say things like Niger players can't get into.
It's nonsense, really.
It's
so
disrespect.
It makes no sense. It's nonsense. It is so misplaced. You see, the we are Ghana doesn't win. No. You see, Sudan, and I like the points you raised that Sudan were confident because of the job that they've been doing over the years. Now, if Ghana had Sudan's record coming into the game, then you can be confident that you should be beating Niger, that you should be beating Sudan. But on the back of the result that we've been chalking, on the back of the performance at the Afcon, on the back of, look, in this 2024, we've won only 2 games. And that's because like Mali were not serious. We went to beat them in that game.
We showed them we are Ghana.
And according to Nimli, we cheated here.
And South African Republic came here. And we see, and that game we won the game by 4, considered 3 goals. They could have had a pen. They scored a clean goal, in my opinion, that the referee said wasn't a goal.
It happens in football.
It does happen. But again, when you want to analyze a team's performance, these are things you bring into to paint a context.
Yeah.
So Ghana, we've not been good.
The point you are making is that even in terms of form between the two teams, Sudan have better form.
By far,
coming into this.
By far.
You know, and yet your point is, and yet we spoke and behaved as
if we had the right.
We were the better team.
You see, and this is my problem. We speak as if we have the right to win only simply because we are Ghana. This is why we won't do well.
Your reputation is not enough.
It is not.
Reputation alone is not.
Your reputation was built on the back of different players, different coaches against different opponents. To sustain the reputation, this crop of players
there's a minimum required.
Must break their own problems. So this group have got a problem. Have we fixed it? Look, I've said it countless times that the problem with this Black Star is not a matter of commitment or passion. So when people speak about, look, I was asking on Twitter, how do you measure passion? Is it players who play like Wakasu?
No, passion. He defined it. The one who gave the speech defined passion.
How did he define it?
He said you can't lose the ball and be walking back. You know, that's not enough
passion.
So thank you.
Okay. So
he said when you lose the ball, you can't be walking back.
So Lionel Messi has lost his passion.
You're using an outlier.
No, I'm not using an outlier. He's not a footballer. Is he not a footballer?
Please.
No, wait. Oh, no, wait. So Ozil at his peak didn't have passion.
You are coming home, man.
No. Wait. Hurricane doesn't have passion.
You have Hurricane in your team.
No, wait. Hurricane doesn't press. Mbappe doesn't have passion.
But you don't have those players in your team.
No, wait. So what I'm saying is that the idea that pressing and tackling translates to passion is misplaced. It's not true.
It doesn't.
Well, what you have actually averted my mind to is that we are in a spiral. It's a downward one.
Yeah.
And that the idea that we are Ghana and we are good enough should be discarded.
It is bogus.
Quickly. Because what are we trying to qualify for this time round is the African Cup of Nations.
Yes.
The last time we did anything good in that tournament was in Gabon in 2017.
Thank you.
2019 in Egypt.
Last
Guinea-Bissau.
Cameroon.
Benin. Then Tunisia.
Yeah.
We won one game. That was against Guinea-Bissau.
Yes.
And then we went to Cameroon.
So put it this way, that in our last 10 Afcon matches,
we've won just one. And that's the game you mentioned.
Your face changed. It's yes.
Yes. So what's right?
Afcon 2019, when we got kicked out in the round of 16, we won one game.
Yes.
Didn't win a game in Cameroon. Didn't win a game.
Yes.
In Cameroon, it was Comoros, Morocco, Gabon.
Yeah. Yes.
And then recently it was
Mozambique, Egypt, and then Cape Verde.
It's even those that the people on X and formerly Twitter says you just need to beat them. Those guys that we say that
they are minnows, yes.
The minnows are a problem.
And it's not just the people on X. The press conference after the Gabon game was addressed by the captain.
Yes.
He says we will beat Comoros and we will qualify. I don't forget it.
And we are Ghana.
And then the
Mozambique, then he got red carded.
Jordan came for the Mozambique press conference.
And the penalty, and then
the Mozambique press conference that the Nigerian said, look, do you know you are facing the possibility of an early exit again? Said they shouldn't ask him that question.
I remember that presser too.
Yeah, after the match they should come.
So what I'm saying is that on the
Ghana is not good.
We are not good. You see, and that is why I'm very angry not very angry, but let me use
hurt,
angry.
you are hurt.
Not necessarily hurt, but I'm very disappointed. Not disappointed because Ket speak that. Look, that is why I'm not surprised. That is why. No wait, I'm looking for the word. I'm waiting for it. Look,
Passion.
That is why it stuns me, right? That Mr. Ket Okraku spoke to the players in the manner in which he spoke. Look, that is a president who is lost touch with the reality of the team. When he stood there and he was telling the players that you can't draw against Niger. Yes, you can draw against Niger. That's your level now.
He's not
because you can't
the
beat
reality
Comoros.
of the
You
team.
can't beat Mozambique.
He's
Why can't you draw against Niger?
So he's living
Who are
in a
you?
different world.
Yeah.
Because if you've listened to him very well, together with his management committee chairman, who happens to be his vice, and the minister for youth and sports, Mustafa Yusuf.
Yeah.
These are people who have maintained Ghana are going to win a trophy. Remember when the general secretary?
Yeah.
Even when we brought the FIFA World Cup trophy here on the trophy tour, they said we will bring the World Cup back.
We need to do that reset. At
We
the top.
took a pastor to go and pray
Pray,
on the
yeah,
cup
that's- it will
inside
come
the
back.
plane at the airport. I was there.
Yes.
He
But we
prayed.
use pastors for everything in this.
Yeah.
He prayed. The pastor prayed. The priest prayed that the cup should come back to Ghana.
So faith,
like the
You
cup
remember
has
in
legs to walk back to Ghana.
2008, We sent pastors to the
Akosombo Dam.
Akosombo Dam.
to pray for
The
rains to
high
fall,
to-
so that's there. So to wrap up my point, I'm
we
saying
send
that.
pastors to the Galamsey sites.
Oh yeah, but we did severally.
Ah, we forgot.
Oh,
Galam says side.
fasting
We
and
never
prayers.
multiple
disappoint.
times.
We never
that one
disappoint.
knows you.
Oh, multiple times.
Oh, he did a video there, but that one I don't want to talk about get interest.
In pastor day inside, that be all you want to talk.
My pastor did.
Pastor day inside.
But you see that one, they didn't go there to pray. But later,
You beg.
but later,
You beg.
No,
but
but you
later,
didn't go there to pray.
they went to see the devastation. But if men of God meet, they talk to God.
They have to pray.
So, but that's Chairman. This is look.
He doesn't say.
But you see, it's a very important clarification.
Oh, no, they didn't.
No, fair enough.
They didn't move from Accra to go and start and pray. But when men of God meet,
Come back
The
home.
thing
Come
you
back
didn't say
home.
made us understand
yeah,
what you were saying.
Chairman, you
Come back
I
home.
do the
Come
job.
back home. Come back home.
See, so to wrap my points up, we need to understand the realities.
Yeah. And accept it.
And it is when we understand them and accept them, then we can begin to look for the solutions. But when we live in the illusion of we are Ghana, why didn't you beat Niger? We must beat Sudan. If you are not committed, stay away. You don't show passion. Then we would never be successful, because truth is, if you can't beat Mozambique in the last 2 minutes of an Afcon, if you can't beat Comoros, what makes you think you can beat Niger? Who are you? No, who are you to feel like you can beat Niger? You be who? And that is why you have to realize that they're not good enough. And for me, I've said it, that this group of players, the biggest thing that confronts them is fear when they wear the shirt. It is not passion. It is fear. Today,
What is it? Is it a fear of failure?
it is the you see, the consistent lack of performance of the team has put a massive pressure on the boys to just get themselves out of it, because they failed so much so that it's become a burden on them.
They're constantly afraid to fail now.
Absolutely. And now everybody's expecting them to break out of it, and that thing won't happen with just tactics. You need to employ people who will know how to reach the hearts of these boys when they put on that shirt, because every single one of these players, when they wear that shirt, play with fear. Look, only 4 days ago, Kudus jumped, waited for a ball to drop from the sky
5 seconds.
5 seconds and waited, and then told Paketa that Paketa, check if I'm offside. Paketa said it's not offside before he
was
headed the
still in
ball.
the air.
He was still in the air. Oh.
Why asking all those questions?
I didn't see the replay. I didn't watch the game. You didn't watch the game.
You know what you
The ball. Oh, Antonio hit the
At the
ball.
slow mo, you will see. He
Oh,
said,
Antonio was hit the ball.
I know onside.
When he whacked the bar, when could you jump? Wait, ask Paketa, am I onside? When say the flag did, I was okay.
Yeah.
Kudus could score, leap, wait for a ball and score that goal. In the same position, use your leg, he froze because he was.
Kudus could have used his balls to score that
Yeah.
goal. All he just needed to do was
Because he's thinking. Inaki Williams coming into this game has picked form. Before the first international break, he had not scored. Between the first international break and now,
He's the most informed Ghanaian forward.
2 goals, 4 assists.
Inaki gets 1-on-1, pick any side of the pole, straight to the keeper's mid-rib.
Yeah.
Then
Rebound. It's a haku.
It's a hack.
Antoine Semenyo, actually, that's I'm not surprised because he hasn't played enough. He's not even sharp. But no, yeah, Antoine Semenyo has been delivering for Bournemouth. He cuts in. The far post is gaping. He overthinks it and squeezes it to the near post and hits the side netting. Where the goalkeeper is standing. And listen that you could nobody's marking him. It's like he's training. 5 yards away. Here's the ball.
First 4 minutes
to the crossbar. Today's game was evident that these boys can play the ball, Papa.
They can play.
Especially that second half.
That is
they
why,
were carving opportunities.
That is why they are. You see, when people tell me these boys don't have the passion. In the 2 games before this one, every second half performance was better. Yeah. Because in the first half, when they are trying to study their opponents, they are trying to see if they can just get a goal and manage it, and it's not happening. Every second half, they step it up. Today,
so
they stepped it up from the first minutes.
Yes,
but still they couldn't win. I'm telling you that the problem we have with these Black Stars is a psychological problem. So when the GFA president stands there to shout and deliver that chest-hitting and brain-smashing speech, it won't make the boys win because the problems lie on his desk. Unfortunately, he doesn't sit behind that desk. He's only doing show and putting himself in front of the camera. He only shows his passion when the Black Stars are in town. How dare him question the commitment of these boys?
Because
what has he done? When under 70s are playing, we don't see you. When the women are playing, we don't see you. When the Ghana Premier League is, we don't see you. It is only when these boys come to town that you are relevant. How dare you question the commitment of these boys? Me, the job I do, if you question my commitment, I have a problem with you. But I'm not stupid. Those boys are not stupid. You cannot be a player who doesn't have passion and be playing the Premier League. It's not possible.
Right.
It's not possible that Kudus plays every day.
Is it not possible to show the passion differently?
I say the players, when they play for the Black Stars, we see them. It is not like the same Kudus way go the World Cup, go score those 2 goals against Korea.
Today, you don't get passion.
Today, he doesn't have, all of a sudden, Kudu. It is not Alidu Seidu, who, when he had his debut, we said that this guy is hey, Alidu Seidu, he will kill himself for the 2. Today, to the team, today he's not committed. Jiku and Salisu, can you tell me that Jiku and Salisu don't look like players who are committed?
Alidu today, ball.
Boga, the problem in the team is not a matter of commitment. Munchai sign your man Okroma. In the commitment, a Jumano at the cat's desk, no so on ye. No jai show any suit no.
Okay, I don't want you to drag on, but as far as you are concerned,
yeah,
you don't think the issue has to do anything to do with the players. The players are fine; they're very talented. You said it's with the FA. What exactly must they do? Yeah. You said Jumano that cat's desk. What's the work on his desk that he must do to get us winning?
Thank you very much for the question. If the Black Stars were
the guy set the team go put for them, the question will come.
If the Black Stars were failing in isolation, I would think twice about them. But when your under 17 is failing, your under 2, your unborn babies, and our unborn babies are failing. Under 2 are failing. Under 18 are failing. They've created under 19, they've never kicked the game football, so they are failing. They created under 20,
under 21.
They are also failing. They've not played any game. Under 23 are failing. Women's football, the women's team, under 17, under 20, even under 17, under 20, Charlie.
But they created some national teams more than 1 year, and I've not seen one.
I'm telling you,
they were created.
But they have coaches. You see,
have coaches.
When it is not, when the Black Stars are not failing in isolation, thank you. You can't tell me that it is entirely their singular problem simply because they are the most popular team. I'm saying that the entire football structure that he get Okreku
is supervising.
It's not working. So get to work.
The league,
which should be the base of coach. Good evening. Which should be the base of the football that we are doing in this country. It's not functioning. How then do you, who hasn't shown passion in the work you do, how dare you come on camera?
There is a systematic issue.
And so, work. Since we came to office, we've had two back-to-back Afcon elimination in group stages. We're on the verge of not qualifying for the Afcon. We're on the verge of not even qualifying for the World Cup. See, the World Cup,
not even that late 90s, 2000s national team had this amount.
Dark hours.
Yes, had this amount of failure.
So, how do you look at me and tell me there is passion? Every national team all of a sudden, every footballer in this country doesn't have passion because all the national teams are failing.
Because that decline started from the 92 final, right? The 94, we didn't make the Afcon.
Yeah.
Oh no, we did. Got kicked out in the group stages.
1994.
Yeah.
Tunisia 94.
Yes.
Yeah.
Group
there's like
stages.
that.
Got
Cote
kicked
d'Ivoire.
out.
Cote d'Ivoire got us out.
Yeah.
We got kicked out.
That was in group stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tony
That was quarter final.
was it quarter?
Cote d'Ivoire.
The Tunisia one.
Yeah. Tunisia 94.
94.
94.
Abulai
No, Anthony. Yagola's white boot.
Yeah.
That was it. I remember. Okay. 96 South Africa.
Give us.
I wanted to say cheated us out. But Charlie, if you watch the game, they score with 3-0. You can't say they cheat. They score with 3-0. Then 98.
First round, Abedi Pele, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But the Pele's last Afcon also didn't go
Some
well.
way.
Then we co-hosted 2000. Got kicked out by South Africa
See,
again.
Bonga Nomvet.
The quarter final.
Kumasi.
And then we washed away that whole team and took a very young team to 202. 202 crowd was littered with
Quarterfinals.
problems because Amikufo when they complain about the quality of the jersey, we sacked him. Okay. Then
Garba.
quarter final.
Yes.
Bam. Essien said when he's on the pitch, we don't lose. He was not on the pitch that day. We lost.
We lost.
Okay. Then 2004 we didn't
We didn't
qualify.
make it.
And then we
Since
did
then, we've not looked back really.
and then we did a reboot.
Massa, 2006, we chopped last
Last
Pepe.
for 2002 was
thank you.
yeah.
After
2008.
You see, we
2006.
don't count. Yeah, we don't count.
How was he a depleted?
Very
No,
depleted.
no,
team.
it's
2006.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Ahead of the.
Everybody who mattered
Yeah.
for the
Most of
That's
the
why
top boys,
you-
it's almost like they were ready there for World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Massa,
But that team wasn't the strongest.
No,
I remember.
Decay.
It's not
No,
true.
we went to that tournament
It's
without.
not true.
We went to that
It's
tournament
very true.
without.
We didn't go with some of our peak players.
2006.
Yeah,
We didn't go with
Ryokoka.
some of our peak players.
Ryokoka.
2006, you had to beat Zimbabwe in your last match. You
Yes.
went to lose. You are telling me
Yes.
depleted squad.
No, I agree.
Pick our lineups for.
Okay, then let's stop. This squad too is
Pick our,
depleted.
no, pick our
Approve 2006.
Steven was injured.
No,
Steven played.
played
You're
with
not
one leg.
getting me what I
played.
mean by
Yeah,
he was
that was
injured.
when he played
He
with
was
one
carrying
leg.
an injury the whole tournament.
With all our players.
Ferdinand Collie aggravated it for him.
Yes, he was carrying.
Suleiman
Steven
Tariq
has said
Islam.
this many
You
times.
know, I remember.
Sule didn't make the
best.
Afcon.
Essien
Didn't make the
Ryokoka's
Afcon.
injury.
Jan didn't make the
But
Afcon.
ahead of the World Cup,
Essien was-
Steven was a doubt.
Essien-
You forget. Ahead of after the injury in January, ahead of the World Cup, he was a doubt.
Yes.
Essien didn't play. Apia played.
Yeah.
Sule didn't play.
Sule didn't play.
Yeah.
Jan didn't
Lai
play.
played.
John didn't play.
Lai played.
Yes,
Matiama
Lai
played.
Lai played. I think it was the
Lai
second game.
played.
Senegal.
The second game he went to
game.
misbehave in the
Habib
game.
Bey.
It's not my
Habib
fault
Bey,
he
yeah.
went to misbehave. But he played.
Fair enough.
Matiama
But
was there.
I'm
And in
saying.
2006, we were not depending on Jan, so we don't mention Jan's name like he was some key figure in 2006. Let's
2006.
contextualize. Let's
But in the
contextualize.
qualifiers,
telling me that
no,
Jan-
no, not necessarily just about the goals, but he was
I agree
important.
with that.
So in
You're
2006,
No, he wasn't. He
Matiama
wasn't
was the former-
Thank you. It wasn't our source of goals,
Yes.
but performance-wise, he was a key part of the team.
I'm even shocked. He was.
Let's not
Don't
distort-
mind it.
Let's not distort it.
Eh.
Jean had become significant because of what he and Nkoman did in Congo.
Shabani Wonder.
After that performance,
Oh yeah. No. 206.
Jan was
Afcon
important.
Jan was
He was
an
the guy.
integral member.
Yeah, he really was.
guy.
It was. But
agree.
bottom
Who was the
line.
guy?
Bottom line. I'm saying that I just brought up that piece of history. Collins calls it the dark times, and it's very spot on. And I'm saying that even during that period, the performances at Afcons were not this bad. We were, even when we got kicked out in the group stages in 2006, we still won the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been kicked
And
out.
it was a much tougher group to be.
Yes, thank
Nigeria
you.
and Senegal.
Nigeria and Senegal,
You
and we
couldn't
won the
beat
game.
Benjani. You couldn't
You
beat
know,
Benjani.
Benjani
You know.
Wari.
But we've gone to 2 Afcons where we've not won a single game. In fact, for the past 3 Afcons, we won 1 match. Even during that period between 94, 96, 98, and 2000, when we got kicked out in the quarterfinals at home, we won more than that. In fact, during that period, we won 4 matches. So it wasn't as bad as it is now. And so it's not an issue of talent. Sicho has established that point brilliantly. So if it is not talent, what is it? Because in tonight's game, we had enough Daniel and I were in commentary position. We had enough chances to have won this match. And Collins was spot on when he says results change narratives a lot. Because if we had won this match, the conversation would have been entirely different. And we had enough to win. Why didn't we win?
Look,
Because the performance was good.
Oh, no, today.
Yes,
I'm saying this
the
boy-
second.
Charlie,
No. That in commentary we were talking about.
But
that
forget the
they
second half
played
from-
ball.
from
Like
the-
even
from
the- yes,
You could see the aggression. Like you see the boy wanted to kill the game earlier. They wanted to destabilize Sudan quick.
You know, the build up, and there was a lot of cohesion in the game.
It's about one of the best games I've seen us play this year.
No, seriously.
We didn't give away. We didn't give away
any chance.
We were solid, but we won't score.
Look, consistency is a true reflection of who you are.
Yes.
When you are consistency over a long period of time, it is who you are. You can't change it. AC Milan were poor over a long period of time. The name is AC Milan, but nobody is afraid of them the way we were seeing them in 2005, 2006. That is gone. So what it means is that
why you use AC Milan when you your team day?
No, I don't want to use my team because this. Oh, you know the guy here is
Like you.
he feels say the team day. In fact, let me use Collins' team.
Yeah.
Liverpool over a 30-year period. In fact, my generation, more of Marcellus, they don't even know see Liverpool be championship winning team.
Yeah, they don't see.
They like Liverpool because they like Reds.
Then yeah.
That be all. But that's how bad it can get, and that is the truth. When you are poor over a long period of time, that becomes who you are. And you see, you might live under the impression that you are still the big team, but it's not your thinking that matters. It's how people view you and how your opposition teams view you. So Ghana has reached the stage where Sudan is coming to Ghana and they feel they can beat us. Angola is coming to Ghana and they feel they can beat us. That fear factor is gone. And fear factor influences how opposition teams even fashion their game plans against you. It influences how the players feel when you have the ball.
Yeah.
It influences how your opposition
behavior,
players feel
does.
when you hit the crossbar.
It's a psychology thing.
It's a psychology thing.
Yeah.
Look, if you start a game and Haaland rattles the crossbar after 3 minutes, you are dead.
You have lost.
You know
game is
City are
done.
made.
It's not gonna stop coming.
It's over. But if Rashford or Haaland hits the bar, you know that you have a chance. And once you also hit the bar, that's it. You've nullified them. That's the psychology thing. It's not just about hitting the bar. It's not just about playing well. You have to be consistent over a long period of time, and that's why I feel sorry for Otto and the guys. To be frank, the last performance was poor against Niger. It was poor.
Yes.
And we said it. But this is one reason why I hate results-based analysis. It pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
I asked somebody at the stadium today. He was saying Ghana didn't play. When I asked him, if Ghana was Sudan on the day and Sudan was Ghana, will you call Ghana's performance a good one? And then he was quiet. If Ghana played the way Sudan played today, since you are saying Kwesi Appiah got the better of Ghana, and he did well. If Ghana was Sudan, and Sudan were Ghana, and Sudan were missing open posts, and Sudan were missing 5-year chances, would you have said that Ghana did well or Ghana defended well? No, you wouldn't have said that. Defending well is not allowing your opposition team to create 4 big chances. That's poor defending.
Forcing your keeper to make 7 saves.
7 saves.
Oh, man.
Sudan didn't play well. Let's not do like.
Ignacio said in the postman that
Look,
Ghana
he didn't
played
play
very well.
Sudan it's not Ghana didn't play. Sudan were poor. Sudan were
He said
actually
Ghana
really
played
poor
very well,
defensively. They were standing there. They were not able to track the runs. We completely rattled them. The point is, we were just not able to put the ball in the back.
We're
of
not
the
clinical.
net. And to be frank, it's not a 1 day thing. It's not something that we haven't seen before. The signs have always.
It's not an abnormality.
Yeah. Look.
Which game under creativity was where the boys missing chance by heart? There was a game.
Comoros.
Yes.
And again, that was also result based. We've
Yes.
gone to Comoros.
That was a game we played well. Started really well. We could have finished the game in the first 15 minutes.
And
that game was a 4-1-5-1.
Yeah.
And even the goal we conceded, a lot of ball watching.
Look, it's to be frank, if you are looking at this game in terms of coaching sense, this is like the perfect game. Where you're able to stifle your opposition. Their game plan doesn't work. They didn't create a single chance over 90 minutes. The saves your goalkeeper made were basically routine saves. And you created. This game is 4-0. Like Ghana has won this match 4-0.
Quick.
Yeah.
And the 4-0 I'm talking about.
We had enough chances.
It's not.
By luck.
But on any other day, we get a 2-0 win out of this.
Minimum. If you score half the big chances you created, that's a very comfortable 2-0 win there for you to build on. But again, it comes down to the psychological issue. Because you might think we are making excuses, but this is out of character for the players. That's why I'm talking about consistency. If Kudus was missing these chances at West Ham, if Semenyo was missing these chances at Bournemouth, and this was typical Kudus, typical Semenyo, typical Jiku, then that is fine.
You can understand. Inaki.
But if just last week, just last 2 weeks, over the past year, we've seen consistent performances from them at club level. Yet anytime they wear the Ghana shirt, there's a problem, then you have to situate it to Ghana. It can't be the player's fault. It has to be something that is happening within the camp.
Yeah.
And to be frank, a toxic environment will always bring toxic results.
Of course.
It's a fact. Look, no matter how talented you are, let me give you an example.
You think our environment is toxic?
You are a solid guy at what you do. You all laugh. Laugh, eh? Foolish man. See, Tayu, you are a top guy. Ata is a top guy. Achu is a top guy. Let me tell you.
You are a top guy.
Me, I know him to say it.
Is
The fact of the matter is that
oh my God.
if there was toxicity breeding amongst us, if we didn't like ourselves, the people watching will see.
Yeah.
The chemistry is not there. They will see. You can tell when a group of people are friends.
Even when they are pretending, you can see.
You can tell.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's a reflection. You can't hide it. If the environment these boys are within, if the camp is toxic, it will show on the look.
It's like Messi and Garnacho's picture after they won the Copa America was clear.
Messi no, they like the guy.
They like the boy. They like
but
the
Messi go retire soon.
Very soon. The
He
Garnacho
can't
take over.
stop Garnacho's growth.
Yeah,
Garnacho go
he
take over. Make him come out for themselves. No, but you see, that is the truth. And unfortunately, we keep on skipping this thing. Look, I remember Afcon 2019. I went on this. It was like 20-25 minutes. If you remember,
Rants.
on Panorama, that don't blame Kwesi Appiah. This thing doesn't make sense.
I wrote
to
a
me.
whole article.
It doesn't
to
make
back
sense to
Kwesi
me.
Appiah.
Yeah, the thing happened.
After covering my first AFCON in 2019, I knew Kwesi Appiah was a good coach.
Look,
I was then I stopped completely blaming him for every bad Blasters results. The environment in that AFCON was so toxic.
so toxic. Look, and
When we got kicked out, just before you, when we got kicked out, a player was passing. A player was passing in mix zone. Stop and do interview. He didn't do the interview, and then he just passed the comment while walking past. A player who just got kicked out was happy he got kicked out.
In fact, a leader in the team.
Oh,
Go on, Grant.
A leader in the
Challenge.
team.
What did the big men do? They called it
2019.
Afcon. They
So
called
how
it.
do I
Was
know
it done
this?
on midnight?
Text me the player name. Text me.
This guy knows.
Sito is a very bad boy.
Text me. I know I didn't actually text me.
I say, Ghanaian play, and you know how,
Type the name.
and you know how the press knew because we were there, we were standing there. He was passing,
That day,
and he kept saying,
that day's the contrast that day was scary. That
Say win Afcon, win and let's see.
Wakasu's
A Ghanaian player.
Wakasu's tears.
Oh yes.
that's a grind.
Hey,
Nah, the same
I was at the press conference,
extremes,
and
two
it was a
extremes.
very brief press conference.
Yes.
I was saying, oh, he was man of the match too. Mubarak Wakaso, what do you think now that Ghana has been kicked out? I think we have to think about
We need to
ourselves.
think about our future. Is that our
Think about our future.
Blaster.
And you know the funny thing? 2 years before, the last Afcon final we played, which was
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
There is a reverse of what happened. Another senior player in the team who didn't like the fact that he didn't have the prominence the captain had, also was excited and was laughing that we had lost the final. But in front of the cameras, he cried more than anyone.
No, but I feel that
Why
guy.
it happened?
You dey feel am.
Oh yeah, I feel him. There's something you see. There's something you can do behind closed doors, and there's something for the cameras.
Yeah, thank you.
That's why when you come and hit your chest on camera. I say,
That 2019 story peaked when the minister and the leader of the parliamentary select committee
yeah.
summoned all of us into a meeting around 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
What they are saying?
The first thing they asked
You
was,
chop the money song.
no, you know people.
That's not the story.
The first thing the man asked was,
The things from the Afcon 2019. That's
I
granting.
wanted to write the
Oh, I wanted to write the book.
the big man said, "Into a Ghana for day, I'll play some."
It was the
You be the mouthpiece of that. So, how you gonna do it? How you gonna cook story? Make you go talk. You calm boys down.
say that statement again.
So you be the mouthpiece of Ghana.
No. The one you said after that.
So how you go cook? Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But then,
How you go cook the story? Cook.
but then cook the story.
Thank you. I don't get cook.
Then cook the story.
What's the talk?
The 2019. So what you just said.
Hey,
So they cook the story.
The story don't dey, but the cook am.
They cook am. The first cookie. The first story they throw out, we say the players bring women for them.
Fast.
That one is started.
But that story, it was to neutralize a story that was coming.
But that's what you just said.
Yeah.
We have to cook.
So there are cooking stories to
Hey.
block.
So there was someone who also brought women. Now, if his story gets out, he is perhaps the biggest name on the delegation. If his story gets out, so they
have to go on the charm offensive.
So he has to get ahead of the narrative.
And shout for all the players.
Yes.
That we all brought women.
Be the players and bring them.
But let me
Somebody to bring.
let me be a bit sarcastic. That cooking of the story, the person just dropped the story, switched his phone off, and boarded Egypt Air back home.
Who cannot verify?
Charlie.
I'm sorry I interrupted you. Don't lose your chain of thoughts, please.
No lie.
Afcon 2019. Look, hey, I should write a book because we got kicked out on a Monday. By Tuesday night, I was in Accra. Wednesday, I was at work to do commentary. Then people heard me on radio. The story started filtering in, and everybody said, Friday, sports panorama.
You can't keep quiet.
They said, ask Fred come there. They said, this story is ask Ata. They said that day for the hotel, everybody was listening to City FM. Hey, loudspeaker. If I, so before I started, I had to issue disclaimer.
He finished the disclaimer and he said,
I have to issue this and put it out there.
Charlie.
But if they say if I punch it, then they insult me. If I pass it, they insult me. Hey, Charlie Ghana.
Last time. Last time.
Okay, toxic environment.
Yeah, no lie. See, and
Do you think the current squad is going through that? You think the environment around it, the toxicity you speak about, is it just does it exist between the players themselves, or players, coaches, or players management? Like, where is the toxic? Where is the toxic?
you didn't interrupt me. You actually added beef to what I was saying.
Thank you.
The toxic environment has existed.
Yes.
Even before this group.
Yes.
But you see, what this group are suffering, the toxic environment in the past, we could see it coming.
Yeah, of course.
From 15 to 17. You see, even 17, the way we lost that
actually,
semi-final
mentioned the 15
against Cameroon,
Suspicion.
it was like a team that was done.
Right.
We knew we needed a reset, but the environment was still there. This time around, the toxic environment has also brought about a consistent flow of bad results.
Right.
So what is happening is that the players, first of all, they are not happy. Second of all, they are afraid. Now, to turn this streak of bad results around, you have to play good and you have to get consistent good results. It's not just one result. That's why when you went away to Mali and you won, and you came home against Central African Republic and you won, we didn't necessarily see an up performance against
Angola and Niger.
That was a spot. Those 2 wins we won over the long period of time, we've not been doing well. So that's 2 wins is not going to change anything. It has to be consistent. You have to go on a 4, 5, 6, 7 game run where you are playing good, scoring goals, winning matches, and it brings that feeling back. But unfortunately, this time around, it's bad results and it's a toxic environment. So when you are playing, you are not only afraid, you are not only unhappy, but they are basically not themselves.
Right.
And in that, it's not just simply tactics that will change it.
No.
That's why I'm saying that it is important that we analyze the game from a football point of view. When you analyze it football wise, you see that the football is not as bad as Look, the coaching is
It's
not
just the
as
results are bad,
Yes.
but the football
Look,
itself.
the Mali game. Analyze that Mali game critically. The Black Stars were really good. They deserved to win.
Yeah.
Based on the clarity of chances that were created, we deserved to win. Central African Republic, you can say cheating, you can say we created enough chances to win the game. Look, when we were up 4-1, was it 4-1?
4-2.
Yeah, 4-2. When we were up 4-2, there were chances for 5-2, 6-2. You guys are forgetting Salisu's point blank chance.
No,
You are
that's
forgetting
true. That
Kudus
is
Goso.
true.
There were clear-cut chances to kill off the game, 6-2, 7-2. And that one will be sitting here today, will be dancing. But all of a sudden, it was 4-3. You understand? Then it brings back, were we that good? But when you analyze the football was good, but the results was not corresponding. Then you go to the Angola game. Ghana didn't deserve to lose that game against Angola.
That one
if
is
anything,
true.
draw.
It's very true.
If anything, draw. As for the Niger,
Angola were
performance,
not the better team.
they were not
That's
the
a
better
fact.
team. As for the Niger game, we were poor.
Yeah.
And then today, what happens when you marry a toxic environment plus consistent poor results? Luck will leave you. Look, there's no Shashansha team in this world. We all watch ball. There's no Shashansha team in this world that will talk their player, will all see penalty and ref will say no penalty. Your player is standing there, they play ball to touch there. You are asking, what is the hand doing there?
Right.
Like, think about it. And it's not just Black Stars. Look at all the teams that have shine. All of a sudden, mine is not getting referee.
They're not
decisions.
lucky anymore.
The
All of a
people
sudden-
who came up with the idioms are not stupid. So when they say when it rains, it
They
pours.
pause.
It's not.
That's just how it is.
The reason that phrase exists.
And you know why? Because everybody around, it's all psychology.
Yeah.
When the referee is reffing your game this time around, you position. The match you are playing at home, say, I know you're supposed to be playing at home. The cup of today, I said this week, the way they blast, the way they blast on people at the Accra Stadium.
Sure.
Because they know say you be protocol where you take and do the game.
Yes.
So what is it? Charlie, today they blast somebody, one of the guys for the stadium. They ask and say, what the hawkers they do for here? That is this a marketplace or is this a stadium?
Oh.
That's all this thing you wanted us to give you the game at home. That look at this. That if you get, you say after November, if we get the hosting right again, yeah, then he doesn't know. When the guy just did in a talk, he they shout for the when a guys did the
Yes, sir.
no, if you do the yes, I
That's
see.
what happens when you compromise.
You lose respect. Referee stop respecting you. They don't care if Kudus is crying. He doesn't care because you no reach anybody. Then times.
You are even happy to come to Ghana
Boga, the referee is waiting to blow penalty. He's waiting penalty.
because that is when you were Ghana.
Thank you. Look at the luck.
That's when
Look at the luck.
and that's when the reputation mattered.
Yes.
Look at the luck. Why is it that every top team we say they are cheating? When Man U were on top, they say referees are cheating.
Ferguson.
Pep is on top, they say they are
Real
cheating.
Madrid same.
Real Madrid, they say that. When Barcelona was on top,
Please
they are
go
cheating.
your way.
It goes.
But
That's just how.
Again, the people created the idioms are not stupid. You
Barca
make
they were cheating. They were paying.
you make your own luck. The people created the idioms, so they are not stupid.
Yes, you make your own. When you are consistent,
Yes.
you are good, then the luck will come.
Yes.
That's my point. So when that thing,
Charlie, when was the last time
luck will
Kudus
leave
scored
you.
for the Blasters?
Kudus?
Afcon.
This Afcon, January.
Afcon.
Yeah.
Between that Afcon, the 2 goals against Egypt, and now, how many goals has he scored for West Ham? And look at the difficulty of goals. Akwada got Dambeshi now.
Boga, he dribbled the whole pack.
Double whole Paco. The guy, this is debut goal for West Ham.
Like January.
The one that you touch the ball and they smashed it with his. Charlie, but the guy comes to Ghana, tap ball in his freezing.
Tap himself.
I said the boy jumped last week
He did a 5
and
seconds.
had a communication and scored.
5 seconds. Oh, you see, so when I look at today's game and I look at the competitive games and this second coming, and I analyze the football, Charlie, it's not the football is not the
The
issue.
problem is not auto.
It's not. We have to go back to the roots and fix these problems.
And the person to fix it's no on to Kasa.
Fair enough.
They do in body like
Charlie, guys, we are on
My
a
final
record
co-
streak.
my-
570.
My final comments, then me I won't talk again.
Or you
you are lying, but you say it.
Oh, my final comments, me Blasters, I'm done.
Wait, you ever this thing?
And I can't chat my
The
wife.
two troublesome ones are the ones who say,
Oh, yeah.
Coach, my last point and I won't talk again.
I won't talk again.
It means you talk. Sijo, my last point and I won't talk
My
again.
final comment, then I won't talk again.
Okay. Lie to her.
If Sudan repeats the performance today, Ghana won't miss the chances they missed in Libya.
Oh, yeah.
There's also that.
Ghana will win. Look, the boys are professionals. They know what it means to pick positives from games. I don't. Of course, they'll be sleeping tonight wondering how they didn't win it, but they'll be sleeping tonight feeling like they can do it because they've shown enough in this game that they can create chances. They've shown enough in this game that all they need to do is to go cold in the box when the chances come and then be lethal. If Sudan repeats what they did here in Ghana, allow the spaces, especially in the half spaces that Ghana got. Because when Kudu started running into those channels and the Samanyo started coming now, and that is why Alidu had a good game. Because look, they vacated the wide areas for them. They started coming in now, and that is why Sudan also failed to deal, because their midfielders should have been tracking back to field. They were not. If they allow those spaces between the channels to manifest, I think they will survive it in Libya. The question though is, will we see the same Sudan we saw in Niger as the same Sudan? What's the
Take
English?
your time.
Will we see the same Sudan
we saw in Accra?
In Libya?
But I think the other question for me, and that's probably
No, I'm done. Don't ask me.
the most important. No, it's not for
It's
you.
not for me. Okay.
It's
No,
not
but
it's rhetorical.
no, I want to counter.
Okay, go.
No, I was going
On
to ask like the opposite of the statement. I was going to say
Yeah.
We see the same Ghana.
yes.
Yes.
No, there's
Because
no,
of the
there-
inconsistency.
so there is that one.
I doubt we'll see the same Ghana because of the premise of the hit, the psychological hit this team has.
But Lotto said something.
Under a well-run team,
Yeah.
that's when you can say
Say
that
that
these
they'll
guys
go
are
again, they'll
professionals.
do it
Thank
again.
you, Boga. My boy did there. They say they bad mood inside.
Mokus.
I'm not gonna tell you who my boy did.
I
They say I'm not gonna tell you who my boy did. They say he's in a bad mood with the rest of the players, that they are down. Professionals in a well-run team will be waiting for Monday to prove a point. That's how it is.
No, but
Reaction.
But Danny, it is okay to be down, but it is how you react to the disappointment.
Look.
So they can go in and be very angry they didn't win.
We've seen the consistency. They went to the bad pitch against Angola. They went to neutral ground, good pitch against.
They say if you get to you, Morocco will kill you.
Nothing happened.
They went.
You understand? We've seen this thing too many times. We saw it against Egypt.
Yeah.
They played good, gave away poor mistakes. Oh, the last game against Mozambique. Look, we're leading 2-0, but we're poor in that game. They were very poor in that game. In fact, that game, fair reflection.
We're
It should have
lethargic,
been a draw from the start. So God
But
gave them
fence,
Mozambique.
fence.
That's the truth. But you
Ghana
see,
will beat Sudan.
don't say it, because right
In
now
Libya.
Fence. Okay.
we are Ghana.
But he said he won't talk again.
Oh, but I'm on the stretch.
You see, Danny was right.
It's the same stretch.
Danny was
It's
right.
the same stretch.
Just gonna stand there, watch me, man. Cause
It's the same home stretch. Danny interjected me and I'm only coming
I
back
didn't
to finish.
interject. You finished.
I didn't finish.
Friends
You
asked the
finished.
question, and I
Yeah.
said I wanted to counter. I didn't
Ah, so,
interject.
but I have got to the counter. Yes, it's true. It's the counter attack. Yeah, look,
Pressing and the counter press.
counter press. See,
Exactly.
see. Fence. We are Ghana. We will. Why the production team they laugh?
You just said we are Ghana know the win matches.
See, on this game, this game in Libya, we are Ghana will work.
I think it's possible, honestly.
See, you see
But I was beginning to believe you about where you are, the reasoning you are giving now.
Agenda.
I'm telling you, the boys. See, look, the game against Niger, and the reason I think we will create, but of course they will have to be sensible about it. They have to be cautious. That's the word. Is that the boys will attack. They don't have any option. Even the draw is not good enough.
Yeah.
And Otto says something in the pre-game that obviously they need to win, so they need to be expansive. They need to attack, and this time they need to do it even more, but also be cautious. But I'm thinking because Libya Sudan will find that game as a home game, they'll be even more expansive. And if they are going to leave the spaces we saw them leaving today and leave bigger ones, so this time around the boys can take 2 touches and score. They won't be rushing shots.
No,
like
that's
rushing
a fair
Ghana.
point.
So I think that if Libya are not going to come in,
Sudan.
but Kusi appear to be some guy. Kusi appear knows that 2 draws in this fixture is even good for him.
Yeah.
You go
Of
fit
course.
play defense.
He knows that Ghana needs the victory. He doesn't have to win. All he has to do is to draw against Ghana and go and beat Niger, which will beat Niger.
And talking about the fact that he doesn't need to win to qualify would put pressure on us.
Yes.
And would push us to go after them.
And then they can hit us on the break. So
and then you look at the
danger.
number of players they have in that team that are currently playing in Libya. It means they are going to be comfortable over there.
Very comfortable.
Look, our issue is not with any of the variables. And for me, I'm surprised we're all behaving as if the performance we saw today is the way the Black Stars have been playing for some time. There's a reason a lot of people don't even care about how they perform, because we don't see this every day. There is a context for every other result that we've seen under Otuado. He can explain it tactically, that tactically he got the results that the performance merited. It may not have satisfied the optics. Aesthetically, it wasn't pleasing to watch, so we didn't enjoy it, but Mali was an example. It wasn't an enjoyable game, but it was a game with unique demands. Just like, that's why in the pre-game analysis, we reminded people of the setting for 2009 and the fact that for such games, you don't need to go and play like Maradona. What matters is you stand the test of that game, the atmosphere, show the resilience required, and leave with something. They did that. But over time, we've had too many of these contextual results and performances without performances that give people hope and confidence that the next time we will be better. And so before this game, I don't think there was any Ghanaian who was confident that the Black Stars would play the way they did today. There wasn't, no one. Because we saw them against Niger, because we saw them against the Central African Republic, because we saw them against Mali. So you would have patches, even against.
So we don't know what to expect in Libya.
The reality is that the team is not a team that has been good for some time. For us to then say that they are suffering for the unique circumstances around them. You get me? The players individually have not been good. That is why, and I'll circle back to the events that happened before the match itself. Look, me, I'll support Ketukuk 1,000,000%. The speech that he made.
Also, you're serious.
Every word that he said in the.
Now, these are things we've said.
How many times have we not complained about the attitude? Wait,
Me, I've never complained about
week,
attitude.
Monday.
Me, I've never done it.
Last week, Monday, Stephen Appiah was in front of the Parliament
Select Committee.
Of the things he said, he gave an even more damning verdict of the Black Stars. He said the team plays without passion and without a leader. If you break that, is without leadership. Yeah. If you break that down, he's essentially saying we have been spineless for a long time. Otuado,
Which we have.
Otuado, before the Niger game, he said the players needed to show a reaction. And then at the end of that game, he said our attitude was not right. When he announced the squad list, you even mentioned it. Otto again found the need to say that he used two words: application and attitude. It cannot be that everyone else who's questioning the attitude of this players is wrong over time.
Right.
The example that Kurt gave when he said, when you lose the ball and your team is going to, or the opponent is going to score.
You can't be walking.
How have we forgotten what Alidu did against the United States of America? Friends,
you
you left at halftime. You left at halftime to go and sit. Wait for Chris to
wait for him.
That was how upset you were. You were so disgusted after 45 minutes. You wanted answers.
And by the way, guys, we know our choose Mike is giving some feedback, so we're trying to fix it.
Make it come on for this.
No, it was so it'll be so comfortable they talk.
Two agenda boys.
So we beg, we're trying to fix it, right? We're trying to fix it. Go ahead. You can even put Collins this way. Why not?
You go fit up here, make the point. Come and
That means I would have to disconnect.
Come and sit here.
No, because once it is still connected.
But they can turn it off.
Take it off.
Hold on.
We can do something. Hold on, my friend.
Hold on.
You make it a guy come in chair. So you them put it on there.
Remove it. You can hold it. You can hold it. It's strong.
Serious Chelsea.
Yeah, sir. Okay. It's okay. Actually, go ahead.
So, and what?
I would have to remove the other one. The other one is the reason.
He doesn't have to remove. They can put it off.
Disconnect it yourself.
Okay, so
They say remove them.
Talk.
sorry,
Say
is that-
talk.
so, and
Why you be colo? You be colo like
no, wait.
They say remove
No,
am.
wait. No, you see,
You
Now-
look here. You say the same man. They say make it talk.
Then put that on.
You are all confused.
Go ahead.
No, but you be drunk guy. You be drunk because if you not say they could only go fit put the
It's
thing
okay.
off. Ah,
Insult the host.
Agenda
Insult.
boys.
They call me John. So if you are watching us and you are John, they are referring to you.
So at
it's
that
perfect now. Go on.
At that time, Alidi's performance wasn't the conduct, the fact that he lost the ball and he just stood there watching.
Yes.
It was
Was it
symptomatic.
Yeah, Tim, yeah.
It was symptomatic of the Black Stars at that time.
Okay.
And you see, Alidu's first 2 games, all of us were sold. But that was a sign of someone who had been infected by the cancer of the team.
Right. At the time.
There was a rotten culture at that time. That thing has not stopped. Where I would agree with the fact that the messenger matters is the fact that the FA themselves are culpable in some of the reasons that have led us here. So, for example, in terms of the atmosphere around the team, the culture around the team, how we give unfettered access to people who essentially become a distraction.
The hunger zone.
There is that. How we've excessively monetized the national team. There is that. How we have offered the national team platform on a silver platter to date. I've never forgiven the fact that we gave Nuama a call-up immediately after the nonsense in Morocco. That's not how you build a national team. Because players have to feel that there are certain values that are not consistent with the brand you are building.
True.
So if you show a certain attitude, you need to show people that you have departed from that behavior and that they can trust you, that when invited into the fold again, you will not misbehave, you will not be a bad influence, and you will not disrespect the people that you are representing. We didn't do that. And Nuama is not the only player that we do that. And for whatever reason, even when he's not on form, we thrust Nuama into the team. And Nuama is just an example of, it's not like I'm picking on him, but I'm saying his is a latest high profile case. He's just an example of too many scenarios where we offer the national team platform on a silver platter to players who don't deserve.
So you're saying there's a cancerous culture that
But the
it
FA
was
has encouraged.
created, yes,
that the FA has looked on, has encouraged without doing enough. The other
encouraged
part
by their actions or inactions.
The other part also has been the quality of the coaching appointments they have made. It is not possible that you can have 5 or 6 coaching appointments that have gone wrong, and then you say there's nothing wrong with the people who are making those decisions. No,
But was there something wrong with the coaches that they hired?
I think so.
okay. Christian coach that's all.
You are,
No.
you are even going far.
So
Milo was spent.
Before Milo,
CK got the Black Stars job by winning Normalization Cup. Are you serious?
right.
Black Stars, and what was
By being part of a certain consort. Charlie talk the
So
truth.
CK was so according to you, CK was
electrons. Is it electrons?
So as far as you're
Electrons.
concerned,
Electrons.
CK
sports.
wasn't good
Yes.
enough. Milo was
wasn't
spent. Chris
Christian was
was.
gotten the job. Even Otto.
Yeah,
And
but
I-
what's your argument against Chris? Was he also spent?
Eventually, yes. Evident
On hindsight,
from
so.
everything that we
Results
saw.
we saw
We saw it
clearly
was-
showed
it
that.
was spent.
And
Yes.
then,
The experience was not enough.
Then that's hindsight.
Yeah.
yeah, then that's
so
you
those-
can't, because you can't say based on the result. At the time they hired him, was he
Yes.
spent?
When you're
At the time they hired Milo, you could conclude that he was
no,
spent.
for us, we will say hindsight, but for them, they should have known, because when you're making those appointments, you look at the make of your team, the profile of players you have, whether they are marriable with the ideas of that manager. Not just in terms of what he's done in the past, but you also
But you didn't have
also have
hindsight. You knew Chris wouldn't work.
Don't mind. He came to.
But you said it. You said it. You said it 30 years before he was appointed.
Connect between Chris Hughton's style of
But
play.
this same guy said Milo will work. So you see, when it comes to this guy,
I said I like my Milo tick. At the time we had CK. Relax. Let's contextualize it. Allow me to clear my mind. At the time we had CK and we were struggling, and I said I like my Milo tick because tick
also the
tick
options
Milo.
is
The options. And when Milo came, he finished as top of the World Cup. We're not going to qualify. He finished as top of the World Cup. Then the Afcon cast. Then you say that you were wrong. I was wrong.
So for
If
me-
not for Milo, we wouldn't have gone to Qatar. That is true.
So for me,
I like it
The
thick.
middle was thick.
For me,
you know why you were in Qatar?
Why?
According to South Africa,
Didn't they take the case to FIFA?
Don't mind them.
What did FIFA say?
don't mind.
Didn't they take the
Don't mind
case to
South
FIFA?
Africa.
What did FIFA say?
Don't mind Sada. So for me, the FA also takes a part of the blame. However, no matter how much and how often the FA fails, they will and should still have the authority to call out incompetence and any bad conduct that is not consistent with the values we represent when they see one. For example, it is like telling me because President Akufo-Addo has failed in the fight against Galamsey, if any of the heads of the state agencies are misbehaving and he sees it, he doesn't have the moral authority or the authority to call it out. No, he is still the president. The buck still stops with him. If he sees that there are players who are misbehaving, and you see Otoado, for the longest time, this same Ketokweku and Otoado had been in denial. Whenever we talk about application, they say the players they care and all of that. They have defended these players and always said there is nothing wrong. If they were to lift the lid on the extent of the decay and the things that they have seen, Otoado especially, and you see, when one manager in 3 consecutive presses uses words like, I want to see better and a different application, attitude, and a reaction, it means there is something wrong with the team that he has identified.
See, do you know why? Of course, when I said it was my last time, I was kidding. But do you know why? Do you know why? For me, I have a problem. Look, the player commitment and application thing, Boga, it's only about, you can name the players who, and you can name the instances. The players are not more than 4. You have a team about 25. Look, the players who are working, the players who are working when they dribble past them. We saw it in the game where Kamal Suleiman and Kuduso having a chat about their Anima Jollof when the player was running through them. That Hajia and Jollof they beat, they were going to eat some after that.
You see the girl where they serve the.
You know me, I don't hear the girl in matter. I hear the.
Yes. The Jollof.
I hear the Jollof.
Yeah, you see.
But me, that was you they talk. Me, I don't hear. But I don't talk so they lie.
Okay.
Maybe that be the voice. Me, I don't hear that. Yeah,
I hear.
Fantastic. So you see, so we can isolate that matter and say that in that instance. But I remember in that same game, in the second half, when Otto made the tactical switch and played Kamaldeen on the other side, and Ishaku went on the other side, that team didn't look like a team that were not showing commitment or passion. So we keep picking isolated moments, and then we keep branding it.
And in fact, going back to your isolated moments, when they lost the ball and they were chatting,
yes,
there was another player who was screaming at them to press.
Yes.
So there are players who have passion, but who exist in the team.
Nobody can tell me that Salisu and Jiku don't show passion when they are playing. Nobody can tell me that Abdul Mumin when he played didn't show passion. Apart from Alidu's one moment in that USA game, nobody can tell me that he doesn't show enough commitment when he plays. It's just the lack of ability sometimes. So for me,
don't confuse the issues. What we need to realize is this: it says we will be wrong if we interpret what Kurt said to mean that for every game, every single player in the team lacks passion and commitment. No, I don't think that is the interpretation. The worrying and the truth of the matter is that for every Black Stars performance, there are worrying signs of that. It may not be from minute 1 to 90, player 1 to number 11, but there are key moments in the game where you can tell that something is off. Like, and you see, against Niger, it was palpable. And after that performance, the next game, somebody has to sound it out.
The Niger game wasn't a matter of commitment. It was a team that clearly couldn't get it going. And we see it every day. We see it every day. With Real Madrid, with Bayern, with Mayu, we see it. Their game City looks just good. They can't play.
How many times did we not
Liverpool against Nottingham? They didn't look like.
How many times did we not talk about Baba Idrisu, the Comoros game? How he just stood. It was as if he didn't sense the danger.
So
this was a
it is poor decision making.
For me, sniffing danger is his bread and butter. How do you excuse looking like you were a bystander that you can see the threat from 5-6 yards away, and he essentially becomes a tourist
or a tour guide?
Lack of judgment.
It happens every day.
What sort of judgment?
Lack of judgment.
That's wrong. You're wrong when you say that.
So that's not passion.
You're wrong. It's not lack of judgment. You're wrong when you say that. You know why?
So that one is what?
If he had made a move, if he had made a move, attempted to do something, and then made the wrong judgment call, then I would say that okay, he made the wrong decision.
Oh, no,
that judgment call in that moment was wrong.
But Maguire against Brighton, Maguire lacks passion. When he allowed the ball to roll past him. No. It's lack of passion.
If you allow me to finish.
Maguire. No, I want us to clear the passion. You see, I want Ghanaians to understand something.
So you
the passion bit.
Let me finish.
Oh, you're on the passion.
Wait, let me
Okay,
finish.
finish.
You say no go talk again.
You know I was joking.
You see, there was that, right? There was that game. There was that Baba Idrisu. The Niger game was literally everybody. Like it was literally so the next game, somebody has to sound it. For me, the underlying principle in all of this entire passion and all this conversation, a lot of the boys are half players or a lot of them. And let me tell you, for example, Semenyo, when you put him in a structure that the manager clearly trains with him every day, looks at the defects in his game, and creates a system that accommodates and masks the weakness. How often do you see Semenyo exposed in 1v1 situations out wide for Bournemouth, like in the Black Stars team? It doesn't happen. Their manager can do that for him. In the Black Stars, a lot of this, more often than not, he will be required to rely on his natural talents. The team is not creating scenarios for him to go out there and express himself and then deliver. And you see, the reality is that is the state of affairs in the Black Stars, in most national teams for the longest time. We didn't have Pep Guardiola or Klopp kind of coaching when we qualified for our first World Cup. A lot of the players, by their natural quality, needed to respond to in-game situations, and then by the quality they had, they would come out on a lot of the things that we saw. The Semenyo, the first chance that he got, what was he trying to do? Semenyo has one of those problems Raheem Sterling has, and I think there is this video where Pep and Arteta were talking about Raheem Sterling. He's one of those players who plays off the cuff. If he has to stop and think, if he's required to think, it becomes Semenyo is that kind of player. The natural talent, though, I can't be brave. So if he sees the space in front of him and he has to run, that is why Semenyo's best moments are when he's bearing down the wings or having to make that run. But having to think, come short, combined with his teammates, that's not Semenyo's game. So every time I see Semenyo, I know
is that one lack of passion.
That's why I said the quality, but that's what I'm talking about. When I see Enes Nuyama, he no reach. He's not at the level where he should be starting for Black Stars.
Nuyama, the auto in darling boy.
There are players.
Every time we circle back to him.
Charlie, there are players who you can look at and say, for the quality that they've shown, especially at the age that they showed it, I'll be prepared to give them multiple opportunities, like Abdul Fattah Issahaku. And he's one player, I don't care. He can have 3 or 4 bad games. If I see
serious,
no, I'm just saying that if I look at the ceiling of those 2 players, he has far more than Nuyama has to his game. He has far more than Nuyama has.
But he has because he's
looking at ceiling, or you are looking at what the person is offering you now.
No, he's not senior to Nuyama.
How? By what metrics?
He's senior to him.
By how many years?
No years, but he's senior to him in the Black Stars. He's senior to him in his professional. When did Nuyama start his professional?
Nameless word. It is infinitesimal.
What I'm saying is
it's insignificant.
No, what I'm saying,
It's not insignificant.
he's ahead of him by a year or 2.
Meanwhile,
You're not talking about age. You are talking about somebody who's played in 2 different national teams.
By virtue of being good, that was Abdul Fattah Issahaku. That was it. When Nuyama was Fattah's age, where was he?
he was in Nigeriland.
No,
Nigerian players don't play for under 23.
Boga.
Are they not the same age?
Boga.
Okay.
Boga.
Bottom line.
So,
Actually,
look,
you've
for
made
me-
a lot of points.
For me, the team is not good.
Okay.
What we saw today, it's Tuesday. We will see another Black Stars team we cannot identify.
Oh, we
And you see-
Unrecognizable one.
Boga.
Yeah.
And you see, the problem with this team is not that we know them. It's not that they disappoint us. It's that every day they'll find different and new ways of shocking you.
That's right.
After every Black Stars game, there are a reason why they lost to the
Guys,
Boga.
What? What?
I don't agree.
But bottom line, what I want us to do is look at the way forward.
No, before we go to the way
I'm
forward,
going to
I
call it
seriously
next.
disagree with that half big comment. See,
Which one?
No,
That
to
the
be
team is
frank,
not good.
to be frank.
So you made your analysis about the fact that the team is good. We just
Yes,
have
sir.
other issues.
No,
He says the team is not good. I
Said
say
the
what?
play- Let me tell you why. See, because our league is rotten.
Yeah.
The league.
The league. The league is rotten. And we have access to the European leagues. We dey see our falla. So we know the boo the thing. You think high level player is just Chelsea, the top 6 players? Do you know what it takes to be playing the Premier League week in, week out? But you don't understand, eh?
For even a mid-table team.
Relax. Do you know how English players are sitting on the bench because of some of our boys?
Yes.
Boga, do you know
let me land.
Which of the good
Let me land.
Which of the
Do you know what it takes to be playing in the Premier League, La Liga, the French league, high level leagues, week in, week out, every day you are starting? Do you know what it means? Do you know
And
what
these are
it takes?
international leagues.
These are international leagues.
With
top
players
leagues.
from all around the world.
Boga, let me tell you something. Ali Dusedu was playing for Clermont Foot last season. We are sitting here. He's not good. He's not good. Ali Du can't do. Ren, a mid-table, standard mid-table team. So in fact, they are a top half team in France. Came to buy him. When he came, 6 or 7 games, he's starting every single one of
He was
them.
a player of the month.
Every single one of them.
Player of the month, I think
Okay.
last month or so.
See, we were blessed that growing up, we had, this might sound controversial, but it is the fact, we had half-baked players who are damn good in the Black Star shit.
True.
That was what was happening. Now John Payson, no be every day they start for West Ham, they Fulham.
Oh, I mean, first season they played, but West Ham
Sule
they.
Muntari was a bench warmer at this thing, Inter Milan. Apia was a bench warmer at Juventus.
But before that, they
But when
went
they
for
wear the
big
shirt,
money though.
when they wear
No,
the
but
shirt,
no, wait.
when they wear the
But the
Black
point is
Stars,
making is crucial. Some of the times it's been like Steven Appiah. Steven Appiah, between 2006 2007 when he was at Juventus, that was his peak years for the Black Stars.
Yeah.
And he was on the bench.
But
He was
also
benched
with-
by who?
he was
It doesn't matter. He was still benched.
Benched by who?
Massa.
He was benched by Emerson.
Benched by who?
Emerson.
List that Juve. the
Actually,
attacking
you know that you don't have
Oh,
to,
actually
you have
also
to grab
came
this
in.
one. Unless
No,
you-
what we are saying is
Yeah, speaking to
he wasn't playing enough minutes.
No, you see, context matters.
No, I'm
If
going
sitting-
round.
wait,
I'm going
wait,
round and I'll
wait.
land on your.
No,
I'm going
context
round. I'll land
matters.
on
No,
Look,
you actually
Look.
you hold on. You hold on.
Sule was a bench warmer at Inter.
Those years he was not playing in the
Apia-
Black
Richard
Stars.
Kingston was a third choice goalkeeper for that Black.
Muntari, you see, no,
He didn't
no,
play a
no,
single
no,
game, yes.
We have to be fair. Muntari was at Inter for
Benched by
2 years.
who?
Hold on. In the 2 years he was there, 08-09, he was starting every game. Jose Mourinho's first season, every match he played. That period, 2008-2009, Muntari was one of our best players in the national team, aka Afcon 2008 up until 2009. We didn't have any tournament. We were playing qualifiers for 2010 World Cup. Muntari started every game. That season, Sule Muntari started every match under Jose Mourinho. Now, second season, 2009-2010, when Muntari was being benched, he didn't go to the Afcon. The World Cup, he was benched. So it's not like he was being benched and we were playing and was excellent. Those years Muntari was being benched at Inter, he was having a difficult time in the Black Stars. That's the point I'm making. That when it's been difficult for some of these players at club level, it has shown at the national team. Even for those boys
Who are
big names that Cranton is talking about, when they have struggled in Europe, they haven't necessarily excelled with the
Same
national
is
team.
not true. John Mensah was always injured at club level. It was difficult for him to nail that.
Richard Olele Kingston.
Yet anytime he came to the Black Stars, he performed.
No, I didn't say.
John
I didn't
Payson,
say. No,
anytime he
you're
came
not
to the
getting my
Black
point.
Stars, he
though.
performed. This time around, look, this is the first time. I don't think we've had a generation of Black Stars players who are playing in the best, who are playing consistently, week in, week out, in the best leagues in Europe. This is the first time we are seeing something like
Abdul Mumin.
this. So you can't call them half-baked. As for that thing, forget it. Do you know what it means to play in these top leagues?
I gave you names. Those
Hey,
ones are.
say
I
see
give you
somebody.
names. I give
See,
you specific
some of the people,
examples.
some of the people who are watching us, I don't know. What somebody said, his name is Big Man. I said, friend, which year was Muntari bench at the World Cup? Cranton, answer him.
It's not 2010.
At 2010.
Every single match until the
Ayuk was
was
benched.
benched.
He was benched.
The game that he played, he scored and then
Oh my
he
God,
got
many
kicked out.
people don't know
Oh, I
that.
didn't watch
I
it.
don't know.
He's probably Lamine Yamal's age. Remember Lamine Yamal said he doesn't remember anything from the 2010 World Cup. He was only 3 years.
Onkashi.
Oh yeah. He said Iniesta was sitting in car. But 2010 World Cup, he was 3 years. He couldn't see the World
I've
Cup.
watched and
But he's,
absorbed
he,
and-
yeah, but he knows he be baller.
But generally, you have a valid point about the fact that there was
No,
an
sure.
era where he has a point because the players we really took to OSS World Cup, some of them had no business be playing Black
Some of them were
Stars. Black Stars player that could say that he got a chance, he saw the crowd and he was confused. Professional footballer, and he was playing for Black Star. Oh, you don't remember?
I
Yeah.
do.
Wait,
Massa.
2006.
Adokwe.
You can't call them half. As for that thing, forget it.
Every squad will have 1 or 2 players who probably don't deserve to be. And after one game, we saw at the quiz level, right? Are you then going to say on the how many even in that 206 team would you say were not there on merit?
you don't understand what I'm. No, we are not saying they were not there on merit.
No.
We are saying that the reason why you can stand here and tell me that these players are half big is because of their performance in the national.
But I gave you names.
But you can't.
Which level has Newama thrived at?
What is which level has Newama thrived?
Yes.
If when
say he is half big, he is not ready.
Wait.
Even at
wasn't good. Do you think he will play at Lyon?
Even at Lyon.
But you are funny,
Don't mind you.
The guy played at Lyon. A Premier League team came to look at him and he rejected it.
Playing what at Lyon? Playing what at Lyon?
What be playing?
Wait. Before Collins.
We have to close. We have to close.
I need to make this point. I need to make this idea that all of these are bona fide stars and they come to the Black Stars and there is some Samankenken. There's Kamal bin Sulemana. He was making the Black Stars list every time. He had more pub appearances in Southampton than being listed on the team on the match day squad.
More what appearances?
Pub appearances.
Massa, you are changing. You are changing the point.
Okay, it's okay.
So
you are changing
forward.
What next? Where do we go from now? Is it lost cause or should we maintain some hope?
It's not a loss.
It's the league. The league. We have to fix the league.
The league. No, but you see,
give people ammunition.
Quarantine made mention of the level of toxicity in the team. Let's go back to 2019. Danko Kriyaboanko gave us those hideous images, and then we went to Egypt, and then we saw videos of Kwabena Owusu and Asamoah Gyan.
If your college was story.
No, they were putting up those videos for us.
Before Collins continues, the history thing that UN mentioned is the reason Kudus should not have taken the 10 jersey.
Come on, look at you. No, go past that.
No, wait.
Don't.
You don't know what I'm coming to say.
What are you going to say?
In furtherance to what I said about giving the platforms and certain opportunities to players on a silver platter, I think we should have seen Kudus play a few more games, show a bit more personality, because I honestly can't remember the last Black Stars game where Kudus left his imprint on. Right? I think, yes.
Well, the Afcon it was this year.
8-9 months ago.
But you
wait,
Charlie.
Because
see when you are winning matches, it's good.
No, wait.
When you win games, it's good.
Irrespective of what Otto wants to do, the impression out there is that you are unfairly pushing the day out of the team.
Did you know that on the pitch today, in this game against Sudan, no player on the pitch bar Jordan has played more times for the Black Stars than Kudus Mohammed. He was the most experienced player in that national team.
Which national
today
team? Which national team?
This one, the team that started.
Why Jordan no be no,
You are not listening.
I was you are distracting me. We're having a chat.
One agenda.
And you know the funniest thing? I knew he was going to point out Joy. I knew he didn't hear. So that's why I going to ask the question.
I'm just saying that Otto should have waited this out. Right.
But I'm saying like we're saying, like I said,
I waited it out for give me the
like that's what I said because to wait for what?
Is it Otto who said he should go and take the jersey?
No,
is it Otto who said he should go and take the jersey? If the boy said he wants to take the jersey, is it Otto who tell him not to take the jersey?
That's why Mallam is showing level today.
But I'm also telling you that Kudus has arrived because, like I said, on the pitch today, only Jordan Ayew had played more matches than for the national pitch
today.
Also on the pitch today, it looks like he was carrying 50 bags of cement.
But
you couldn't move the ball.
I know everybody that he has struggled in the national team. He hasn't really been informed since.
I'm just saying, why the rush?
Cool.
Which these things are?
But Charlie, today, I beg, give me 2 seconds.
Yes,
let's go.
I won't talk again.
Here we land.
Thank you for the opportunity. This game, it needed. It's okay.
Capito. We are not at the point where people would watch Kwabena Owusu and Asamoah Gyan's videos before Afcon 2019. Then we those skits. Then we go into that game against Cameroon. Yeah, and where you should have squared that ball.
Baba. And the kind
For Jordan
movement.
for a tapping and then you go and then people are all out. And this one near someone shut them.
The Carback boy, Kwabena.
We've not gotten to that point yet with these guys.
Yes.
But the reality is that
You know, be here where you do some interview be.
GH1.
Or you do some interview be.
They ask her about the money. Magic.
No, the money thing. Me, I see some clip.
the real one.
You dey talk Hajia for real.
I
This thing.
see him.
You know, go playboy. He say Hajia for real no be your size. You Moga. He say Matakwa. He say Matakwa. He say hey, that girl no.
Where do we go
All
from
of these
here?
boys. All of these boys.
Now, where do we go from?
Rock bottom. We are. It's rock bottom.
F-form cry.
Yeah, that's what. That I mean, it's
We are discovering oil down there.
Right there, the trajectory is there. Semi-finalist in 2017. Our worst performance in Afcon since 2006 was what Kwesi Appiah gave us in Egypt in 2019.
Factos.
Since then, we've bettered it.
Ten Hag vibes.
We
did
have
that in-
managed to go lower than round of 16.
Yes, in
I
Cameroon.
didn't think it was possible.
No, but I can't speak English. Wow. Our worst performance was what Kwesi Appiah gave us. Since then, we bettered it. On the tangent of talking about West, we made it. So, damn, man!
No, we come back to another Afcon. Oh, like Ghana can't sink any low. They are back in the pit.
We are there.
Look, so what is it? Then we'd have to go back to. I mean, at that point, we'd have to better it again, which is not to go there at all. And we are not immune from that because per the stats situation.
Right now,
Look,
even if we want to do a reset, where do we start? Because we don't get any under 20 players again. We go pushing. No, the past two great generations of Black Stars players we've had have come from a very successful under 20
that is
team.
why I condone the "how dare you" rant.
Thank you.
I see.
The problem is on your office. You are saying passion.
4 years down the line, if the boys that won the under 20 African Championship can't go any further to start the next phase of our rebuild, we have a problem.
Not even at their clubs.
No, we have a problem.
It's one thing if they are not
The one that
in the national teams.
that friend of yours that went to Baal, Isiam.
ACM.
Yeah, see him.
We should be worried.
Yeah,
Where is he now?
the Basel boy.
We should be
Why they
worried.
play?
We went to Basel.
That team,
He was playing last
He's,
year.
he's like
Fatal.
He's like the exception.
yeah, Fatau, Isiam, Boa,
Caputo. Banye.
Banye.
Yeah. And the keeper
lad.
the keeper has done under 17. He has done under 20. He has done Black Stars.
We do under 21. Under 21.
Under 21 he will do.
From that squad, only Fatal remains in the Black Stars team. Yeah?
And look, do you know why? Do you know why only Fatah has made it? Because they picked the wrong talents to groom. They picked players who were not good enough, but players who were their own, were hoping that they would sell them to make money. They did a great disservice to Ghana, did a great disservice to the purely talented footballers who should have been given the opportunity to be groomed so that they can reach, by this time, knocking on the door of Otto to enter the Black Stars. Look, that you today are talking another time.
Now you pass back, you've gone to select the new Ames Nku.
Yes.
The new Ames who should have been part of under 17s and under 20.
Right
You
now,
see, if you are good, you are good. Oh. By all means,
You
come.
shoot up.
So why wouldn't you just groom them?
Groom them.
Because it is only under this current excuse me, but it's only under this current GFA administration that Right to Dream graduates never play for youth teams and just go straight
Can you imagine?
to Black
To Black
Stars.
Stars.
Only this administration, because the previous administrations, the Right to Dream boys, when they wanted them, they knew them early and put them in the national teams early.
Evidence Kudus.
Oh, bro.
Sadiq just got
Sadiq,
his
Ibrahim
debut
Sadiq.
caller. He was there too.
No, but the point is simple. Right to Dreams Academy is
Ibrahim
functioning.
Suleiman.
Everybody knows that they have under
They have teenagers.
under 17. They have under 20. So if you're national
We don't
team,
have under 20. Their senior most team is under 60.
okay, so they should so the reason I say under 20 is when players are good enough and they graduate them and push them to Northern and Co. They are still under something. No? So
Yes,
if you're a serious
they signed them at 18.
yes. So if you're a serious national team and you know that your best pool of talents are coming from Right to Dreams, how then do you not scout them as part of your national teams at the youth level?
Yeah.
When they are having the best foundation and this man on the Black Stars is like 40% right to dream. So.
Yeah.
And most of these players didn't even play in our juvenile teams. We talk about team culture. We talk about mentality. We talk about the psychology of the team. We talk about the spirit of the team. You tell me passion. You don't bring anybody to think about what it means to play for the Black Stars.
That 2017 team had 5 right to dream boys.
Yes.
The coach then, Pakwesi Fabian, the management committee chairman, they drove to all Accra Day with names to speak to the administration of right to dream. We want these players. They said they had concerns. Said all your concerns will be addressed.
We'll take care of them.
But yes, but we want these players in our national team.
Yes.
Tom says, "Go. I will send the boys."
Check like Cleforte is producing talents, and you're telling me French under 17, under 20. You find talents from Cleforte. Are you mad?
It's
really crazy.
Are you mad?
And the reason we mentioned that they should start from that level, it's because it's at the youth level that culture can be ingrained.
So nobody should tell me about passion in this country.
So if you don't have the players start together at a young age,
the problem is
the problem
on the desk of Ketokweku.
Now
also
he's only passionate when the Black Stars comes
when
around.
they are young, that's when the whole culture of devotion, dedication, all those things, unity, bonding, nationalism, that's where it's inculcated. When the players get to a certain level, where how can you tell me Nyoma made his debut maybe or when he was on the verge of making a 50 million pound or euro move to Lyon?
Yes. Where was he all this time?
You're telling me what was your contribution
That
to
one
his
brings
career?
into focus what Achu said.
Yes.
Nyama and the Morocco stuff.
Yeah.
No, if Nyama had played for any of our junior teams,
Yes.
he wouldn't have told
that attitude.
Alex Asante that
He wouldn't dare.
Yes.
Me, I
Well,
shouldn't
to be
play
fair,
them
he
too
did
much.
play some of the U23 qualifiers.
Under conditions.
no, but at that level.
No, I said the qualifiers.
the qualifiers,
Yeah.
okay.
A prelude to the Black Stars.
And you see, the attitude then is that you are opportunistic, right?
Why
Because
is
you
a
didn't,
bugger?
that you didn't know me.
Why they
Under 17, under 20, under 17, under 20, you guys didn't know me, but you show up right on the verge of the big move that I made. But quick point on that, you see the Kweku year, Pakwesi Fabian trips you're talking about. You make those trips with the lists when you have intimate knowledge of the space.
Yes.
Which boys are good. We did Accra. Those who follow the district level football, the national team or the district team can put together when they do their scouting, they can publish, and this thing every day Akotobuafo cries about it. They will publish their list, and the coaches who coach at that level will not know the players who have been in the pool.
Yes.
No, because we had a national KGL championship in Kumasi, and I was there throughout with Odro Safu. The handlers of the under 17 did not come there for a single day, and I didn't see a single boy from that tournament being part of the national under 17.
You Ketokweku go and stand and be shouting at players when your job, you say, Charlie, I don't like hypocrisy. The last person who should be talking about the Black Stars performance should be Ketokweku. He should be ashamed. If anybody would rant at Ketokweku, he has to be Nana Akufo-Addo. He has to rant at him and then the sports minister, because everything sports that is not working in this country, especially the two of them. It is the two of them. How dare Ketokweku go and question the commitment of where is his commitment to youth football in this country? Where? Kudu should be asking that you president to
But he says KGL tournament. They spend $100,000 on football.
Commitment to your juvenile teams.
They spend $100,000 on footballs.
I don't want to talk about that thing. You Ketokweku, where is your commitment? Your commitment to under 20. The girls whose football career has been halted because you're
17. They don't exist. They don't exist.
Where was your commitment to it?
That's two cycles of
you only show passion and wear suits.
Yes, of commitment to under 20.
Yeah,
I saw this pull up from one of the Swiss teams talking about the fact that their players were going to play against Ghana's under 20 or under 19.
I saw some joke like that.
Like a Swiss team, talking about their players' involvement in international games, and then they mentioned they were playing Ghana. Yeah. I'll look it up for you again.
He's only passionate when the Black Stars are. You see, he's the last person. He's the last in this country. Even the boys from the Galamsey site have the right to say the things get said, but because the problems that he is speaking of, they are on his desk. So what are you ranting about? Who are you complaining to?
Get to work.
Get to work. You are telling the boys that if they are not ready to play for the Blasters, you are ready to make a statement that these are the boys. You be the leader.
You be the leader.
If it's Akufo-Addo, we dey talk about Akufo-Addo, say they try. If it is Mahama, we go. But what that guy is doing with Ghana football, he is, in my view, the worst football administrator I've seen in my lifetime.
What about the sports minister?
But you know,
He's not a football administrator, he's a politician.
Closer, okay.
No, he's a politician.
Where do you rank him in the list of sports ministers?
I don't have the data.
Look at that.
You are a big fool. No, it's funny.
Proper science and data.
I guess you get science and data.
Because all the resources are not working. Now it is simple. It is the eye test. The eye test. You can't know the eye test.
You have the data for what?
The MP dropped the ball. The MP he dropped the ball. Like, lose that. You know, if you ask question, then they ask you, say, where the data did, and you change the topic. Like,
Say yes, no, you have the. So, friends,
Why
that's for me.
change
I will never stop talking about Kets and then the Effie. Everything Kets, Effie, Randy, Achi, all of you. When it comes to making public noise about the problems in football, they have to manage it. You see, they shouldn't be shifting blames to.
No, what actually hurts me is some of the significant gaffes I've seen.
Yeah.
That you don't pick Achi, Frederick Achampo.
Yeah.
Achi.
Yeah.
You don't pick a check, show it to players in the dressing room.
Yes. Fake.
And then they go and play so that it will be paid.
They told them that the checks were ready.
They're ready in Accra.
Now, there was this discussion about whether he left the place or not. Look, we've gone beyond that. The most significant of the gaffes by Fred Achi in
But
Morocco,
the dishonesty.
Yes.
for me, was that the Ghana team, before they left for Egypt, they were in Egypt before they came to Morocco.
Yes.
They went to Kotoka with our visas.
Oh God.
Got detained there for hours. Plenty calls. Egypt ambassador, Ghana Foreign Affairs, GFA, Youth and Sports Ministry, before they were allowed to go. Now they left their team manager here, and the administrator at Fred Achi's Division 2 side, Ashanti Links, was rather serving in that capacity when the players started in Egypt until the team manager got there.
Then you come and talk to somebody that's your passion. You do your passion.
So look, we will have a full show on that management committee thing.
Yes.
Because personally, I don't understand how McAddo will sit on a committee for emolument for the FA together with the likes of Kujo Fianu and Co.
Yeah.
And then agree that, look, let's do away with appearance fee.
Yes.
Then there is no appearance fee paid to George Amwako's Black Stars Management Committee in Cameroon, even though players and coaches were paid, only for him to turn around and become management committee chairman and then takes $100,000 only for Randy Abbey to say that they work for 4 years. No, that management committee was
the consistency
right after the Afcon. And they played the two games against Nigeria.
And you are telling us the management committee work daily.
Let's be serious.
Permanent staff.
Let's be serious.
So what are you saying? So when I don't want to hear.
The aspects that I agree with, beyond everything Sicho has said, is that a lot of those gaffes happen right in front of them. In fact, it is the players who suffer for their incompetence. As a result, when that player leaves the camp, he doesn't respect you.
Yes. That's why the words are empty.
Yes.
That's why it's empty.
When that player comes to the camp, he doesn't respect. And you see, it's from everybody in the food chain. So that Morocco experience, from the purse holder who would later come, from the deputy minister who later was shedding tears, from the executive council members and all of those people.
Charlie, somebody talks something very important for the comment. Big man says, Charlie, your wife's the bed alone. Oh, close the and join them. Time is fine.
Why the marriage police?
That's why actually
Hey, respond to him again.
The marriage police.
No, what the guy talk? Say,
our wives are sitting. Our wives are sitting.
As the case say, if you married police, you know what I hear? Africa say he say
If you married,
no, we marry police. So and when I was there outside the collect, so
We can do a whole. We can do.
They are arresting protesters.
We can do a. Frank, we can do a whole lot better.
Yeah, get them, Paul.
We can do.
This is a right now. Where?
Everybody should follow Kurt. Everybody should follow him. Yes. You know why? All along, they have been blaming all of us for saying that the team is not good enough.
They say it's our fault.
Now,
He has said
he
it.
says they are not good enough. Nobody should go to any ministry or the presidency for a budget that would see Black Stars win Afcon. They are not even sure whether they will qualify. You get the point?
Yeah.
Now let's accept our reality. Everybody involved. If Kurt knows we are not good enough, Otoado should know we are not good enough. We've given him the juiciest contract to any of our coaches in recent times.
Yes.
He has job security
It's
for
the
so
most
many.
paid.
Sit down and fashion a team that would be competitive in a while. We want that. We lack that. And that's the future we want. We don't want to win the next Afcon because we have demonstrated that we can't win games.
We can't even win. How do you win
can't win
Afcon
games.
without winning matches?
How do you win the AFCON without qualifying to the AFCON?
Thank you.
So now, please, let's put together a decent
I
team
hate the reboot button.
and take away the fear. These boys looks a lot like they are labored and burdened and all that.
Scared.
He said your man looked like I was carrying how many bags of cement? 50.
But like today, I was sitting in the stands. There were people who were actually wishing that he would take those risks that he takes, right, and even sometimes lose the ball.
Yeah.
Because you could tell the space was there, but he was just.
Hey, this game there, if like my man they play.
Right after the game, your man was on the phone.
Oh, Charlie. I mean, your boy. Because I swear say tell you say this game he play like
He the coach there.
head ball.
One moment.
But that is Naki joke. Then today Capito in no today Capito in tapping.
You see, the point is
my
that
man goes
we
throwing
are-
the
you see,
ball.
you-
Even the ball will enter the net.
If you finish,
Then he go point then two fingers in challenge.
the celebration speech for it.
Two fingers in challenge. Oh bro.
But on a more serious note, the last time we met Sudan at home, it was him.
The
free kick and
Beyond that, like
One
the one
fantastic free kick.
Yeah.
captain.
a captain's moment.
Yeah.
Like Citro mentioned the 10 years ago.
Yeah.
If this team had aura and panache around it, we drew at home against this same Sudan.
Yeah.
Jan and Co were like, oh, this guy will go and beat
Yeah,
them.
we're not worried.
They did it.
Exactly 10 years ago, on the same day,
Yeah.
10th October,
Goalless.
exactly the same day too. You see how today I got Sele to go and host. Sabi today I suffer. See me.
See, today everybody talk about
Your salary matter you can't put for the table top.
so everybody chop multiple this
I saw that challenge me. You know, I'm near my suite, so I go office. I take my suite back go office. So I shut up for my office.
At one point you discover say the Seleno.
So as I come out, I do video stuff. Say, I can't do stuff. You make a play the video for. So listen to the video.
Ghana's hopes of going tomorrow
Play the video. They hear you. They hear you.
be hanging on this very fixture. Well, I've got the pleasant duty of hosting
I
you
did a
on
shot
next
of nice
podcast.
one, nice
Join for the show. It's a delivery. All the best to the Black Stars.
So I do this video finish where I sit.
I've got the pleasure of
Right. Damn pleasure, bro. Where I sit there right inside way.
Damn pleasure.
I pull up. So I pull up now. I come out from the gate for the office now. I said, we'll make her drop the video for X. No, in fact, I sent to baby girl. So I didn't know where I sent to baby say, Charlie, at the Go Studio. So the video this. You see the video?
Yeah.
Saying there, I say, oh yeah, babe, leaving for the studio. Where I sent to babe, where I sent to him. So I sent to him why I say she post for stats. So me too, I go post for my stats. I post no, they can't post for X no way I get call. Say yawa. So as I get call, I take the car speaker pick. So all the girl they tell me yawa or they delete for WhatsApp. I go already. People started vibe me so challenge.
So now you don't go fit talk say you can't go back on your way though.
So I call the girl said, my people don't go release statement. So they release statement and text send me. When me say what happened? I do first note for him say yeah. So the ex is no. At the typo where the call come on, yes, Anka.
The call.
Everywhere you see say the backspace for the phone, the work pass.
Bro. No. So since that time I open my button, I know close it. No. So I'm not celebrate answer.
Actually, I did that way. You know what I did that way. I did mind my own business. Somebody call me. Somebody call me from the other house. When tell me say, Charlie, you just said that people don't go show the match. I said, how? What do you mean?
Yeah.
He said, oh, they don't go show the match. He said, I said, show me the proof. He sent me screenshot of email. What do you mean? I said,
you're on track.
So bottom line, if you're confused about the joke Sicho is telling, Sicho he was supposed to, Sicho is a massive anchor, right? So he was going to anchor the live game broadcast of Ghana versus Sudan at GTV, but eventually it didn't happen. So the whole scenario leading to the event is why he was narrating. He got disappointed big time.
Yeah,
but bottom line, guys,
Yanko.
I have a few points have become clear. So let me sum it up. One, we need to invest in our youth teams. And Sicho's point is brilliant on that. He says that the GFA have not shown enough consistency in their development of youth football, and that's what's translating to what we have now. Daniel says there is a cultural issue in the team, a certain toxicity, and that has to be fixed because that has added an extra weight on the team and is making them feel so pressured to perform, so much so that every time they pull on the national team jersey, it becomes increasingly and consistently impossible for them to put out their best. I just said some of the players that come into the national team
say they have baked.
I just don't deserve to be there.
They don't reach.
When we've encouraged mediocrity for too long, that some people almost feel like they have a certain right to the national team, and it's about time we change that.
And also,
and only give opportunities to the ones who truly deserve. Okay, I thought I made a point about accepting a certain responsibility, which was basically backing a point that Sicho made earlier about the fact that the people in authority cannot be running away from the problem, and that in order to fix the problem, the people at the helm themselves have to ensure that they first and foremost take responsibility and accept the reality for what it is. And the reality is that this team right now is badly in need of a reboot. If we can do all of these things, our national team will be back on the top.
Yeah, my father didn't take me to primary school. You want me to go and write what's SSE and pass?
That's what it is.
Yeah, my father didn't buy me textbooks to read from basic school. You want me to start speaking English and be writing? Oh, you're serious? Like they come and tell me that I don't show passion in learning.
Where are the books?
Where are the books?
This country.
I hope you guys have enjoyed the conversation this evening. Listen, we've had 600 live listeners for 2 hours. And they've been chatting for 2 hours. So I'm going to give some shout. Sweet Kwame, Zell, Nathaniel Fleku, Ralph Bannerman, Cove Town Babe, kept the people locked, constantly engaging them. Hussein Abdul Mumuni as well. So lots of you who tune in.
The guy who said we should close to that.
Big man. Yeah, big man. So listen, you guys have been super.
Man,
we appreciate you. We appreciate Collins a lot. This is his debut studio appearance for Mallam, and that was a brilliant one. Came all the way to watch the Ghana game. We had to catch him here. The people say they miss you on TV.
They
miss you on TV. Yeah, they say they miss you on TV, man. So you can catch Collins on Sumpa TV every morning. Time
9:30.
9:30 with Akumia.
Akumia did Ten Hag in my absence. God.
Oh God.
Charlie.
Yeah, he ditched him.
He has seen the lights.
I'm shocked.
So you can catch more of Collins 9:30 to 12 on Sumpa TV every morning. If you are in Kumasi as well, Sumpa FM, you can listen to. We are back on radio tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m.
I made them cut this show, they repeat up.
We give plan.
I made them cut this show, they repeat up again.
I have a lot to say, man. So do tune and join us tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Friday.
We'll be there.
1 p.m. to 3 p.m. With game plan on Joy 99.7 FM. We'll have a lot to say about that as well. And then on Monday, Sports Zone will be there. But this is Mallam Go Podcast by Betway. We appreciate you all.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
Peace out.
You postpone.
Peace out. Okay, you know that song when they say peace out. Peace out. Yizo.
Yeah.
That is getting smarter. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much.